Chelsea are world champs.
World champions.
You're already world champions.
Chelsea are Club World Cup champions.
Chelsea are champions of the world.
World champions.
World champions, guys.
Chelsea, congratulations.
World fucking champions.
You have won everything in world football.
Yeah, world champions for 4 years.
Everything in club football.
You're the world champions.
World champions.
World
You
champs.
said
You are the world champions.
World champions, yeah. I'm not gonna be one of them like saying, yo, like there's a Tim Pot trophy. It's a pre-season trophy, bro. It's a Club World Cup, man. See the size of that trophy, bro.
Chelsea are going to have a stamp on their chest for 4 years saying world champions.
They're going to have Club World Cup winners for 4 years.
4 fucking years saying world champions.
You like, I try to downplay it like the mad thing, you get me? But you comes to a point when you're like, you know what, blood? Man can't even like. If they did a parade, yeah, man can't even knock it. You get me?
world champions.
The champions of the world.
They are the club world champions.
Chelsea are Club World Cup champions.
The best team in the world is now Chelsea Football Club.
Champions of the world.
Chelsea are world champions now. Whatever you want to say about them.
They're going to be world champs for the next 4 years.
I ain't gonna lie to you. I want to be there 4 years time.
World champions at Chelsea Football Club.
Chelsea FC champions of the world.
My name is Troops. And I am the wise man. And I would like to introduce the reigning, defending, undisputed, undefeated world champion, Carefree Lewis G.
Right, big up everyone. One more week, guys, and everything is over. One more week, and we can throw this shit show season into the bin and maybe start trying to look at things a bit more positive. But even then, it's difficult to do so because we know bringing in the manager is only one step forward. But we have a game that we need to talk about. Chelsea versus Tottenham. Yay. We've also got a lot of Xabi Alonso news and transfer news to get into. I've got a lot from Simon Phillips. There's news on potential outgoings, potential incomings, what we're trying to do with the striker situation, what we need to expect to see with the striker situation. And yeah, we're going to send the link out to the panel as well. Don't know if we're going to be live for too long, so I've already set up the Arsenal-Burnley hate watch for later. If we end up wrapping early, I'm just going to send everyone over there because I'm not really going to try and force 3 hours worth of Chelsea content for 1 week left in the season that nobody cares about. We all want this over and done with. My whole thing is swerve conference. If we got one game a week, calm, I'll take that over conference. If we get Europa League, cool, I might get some good away days. Nice. You're not going to fuck up my summer. Okay. But I am not investing into a race for 8th. I just refuse. I refuse. Tell me you care. Tell me you don't care. It's a standards thing. I'm not here getting giddy over getting 8th place. I refuse. I straight refuse to do so. But who's in here? Big up to the chat. Big up to Go AM. I agree with that as well, but we'll see how long that lasts. Big up to Fielder. Big up to Daniel. Good to see you at the final. We can still get 6th. Yeah, we need a lot of dominoes to fall for us to get 6th. But even then, yay. Yay. If we find a way to scam ourselves into the Champions League after all of this, it'll probably be the first time I've laughed about Chelsea in years. But I don't care. Big up to Jabbo. Big up to Jewel. We got 2 super chats in already. Big up to Bachara saying, why do people want Vince back in charge? Fickle. I get it. WWE don't really feel great right now. The storylines are all a bit bland. But the Vince era sucks. That was horrible. That was terrible. That was disgusting. That was disgraceful. The fuck? Fuck that. Big up to Robertinho as well, saying big up Lewis and the little brew bros. Fuck you, first off. FA champs. And then he says City till I die. Look, go win the league. Go, allow it, just go win the league. The only thing I cared about was that FA Cup. That's the only thing I cared about. And yeah, we did what most people expected us to do. So whatever, man. Big up to Reels Pop. Big up to Karan. Big up, man. I hear the excitement for Xavi. I need the season to end first before I start thinking about next season. Because all I can do is look at the failure that we are right now. We're 10th. On game week 37, we are 10th. Sorry, Xabi Alonso is a great appointment. I am not saying anything against Xabi Alonso. That was my number 1 pick as well. You need to do more with that. That's only 1 step. You're not getting anything further than me. You already know what it is. Blue Co out to the world and back. Shout out to Fata for the sticker. Big up to Tyrell. Big up to Come On. Big up to Aya. Big up to Saint. Big up to Rahman. News today. Callum McFarlane will be a part of Xabi Alonso's staff. I kind of expected this, but this isn't really anything that angers me. Shout out to Geng in the chat as well. This doesn't really annoy me or anything because we've already seen that Alonso is still bringing in a lot of his own backroom staff. We've got his assistant manager, Sebastian Parilla. 2 decades at Real Madrid and Leverkusen, and Xabi Alonso's most trusted assistant. Cool. Also works on defensive set pieces. I don't remember if we got worse at that or not, but either way, experience. Alberto Encinas, 4 years as an assistant at Barca, Leverkusen, and Real Madrid. Benat Labien obtained the pro license when he was only 21. Chief analyst at Sociedad for 4 years, assistant at other clubs, including Leeds in 17-18. And we've also got a fitness coach who is ex-Madrid, Leverkusen, Denmark national team, and more. So even if Callum McFarlane's there or not, Callum McFarlane is a familiar face that the players somewhat respect. And we've also, as you can see here, we've brought in a ton of experience with Xabi Alonso. So I don't really care. I'm not surprised you're going to have a few guys working with Kinetic in the first team, but you've brought experience. That's one thing that we were asking for. Okay, cool. You brought me experience. Cool. Calm. I look at those names. I see a ton of people that have worked at Real Madrid. There's one that's worked at Barcelona as well. Labien seems like his highest level has been Real Sociedad. But yeah, cool. That's calm, man. Big up to Brendan. Big up to Certified, even though he's saying he's bigging up Spurs. Rahman also dropped this as well. We remain interested in Victor Osimhen. Do I even need to tell you guys not to get too gassed about this? Graham Bailey, you know. Graham Bailey still trying to revive these dead Victor Osimhen links. Cool, man. Cool. No UCL football as a near guarantee. before we start talking about the wages. We don't even have the UCL money that's giving most of the team a 30% pay increase. So not only would it be a 200 minimum wage structure thing, it would go down now to a 150k a week. I don't believe you. I don't think any of you lot in the chat believe it either. But cool. That's great and everything. Will you be happy with Xabi and no new signings against the ones already done? No. No. Where are my centre-backs? No. My left-wing options are still Garnacho and Neto and a fit Gittins. That still ain't proved anything. Liam Delap would still be at the club. No. No. Sorry. That's what I'm saying. Xabi is a good move. I am happy. I am fine with that. However, that's not it. For you to just get giddy over Xabi Alonso alone and nothing else is fickle. Because we've been here. I was doing that this season. And look at me. I've been nothing but a clip all year. Because I got giddy over the manager and didn't take the squad into enough account. Please, please, don't follow my mistakes. Please. A lot of the chats already, not this chat, a lot of Chelsea fans have already done that. Don't do it. Don't be like me, because you're going to be a clip for the rest of the year. Anybody. Here we are, innit? Here we are, innit? I'm expecting Liam Delap to leave this summer with a more established striker coming in. Depends on if he likes the interest around him. Because Chelsea don't want him here. Chelsea want to get rid of him. Chelsea have already just said, this isn't working. We want to send you to Strasbourg. You've got links from Everton, Newcastle. I think Ipswich as well are trying to creep around and bring him as well. But it's about what interests him. Because, like, you know, you don't really need to go anywhere. You're just not going to get any minutes. But, like, depends on the options. Just depends on the option. Feel that I know, like, I've got to just respond to it, but just me responding to the question doesn't mean I'm directly cussing you out. I'm just more responding to the question. Yeah, look, I've seen, like, we need Bournemouth to lose to City and then lose their last game, and then we need Liverpool to beat Brentford, and then we need Manchester United to beat Brighton. And then on top of that, we've got to win our last 2 games, which includes going to Sunderland, who now have a reason to care about that game. They now have a reason to give a shit. So you're going into a fortress. Well, a cauldron. I won't say a fortress. It's not been a fortress recently. So will you be awake for that game, Chelsea? Will you be awake? Remains to be seen, man. Remains to be seen. What else the chat saying? Big up to Stuart. Big up to Samuel. Big up to Mo. Big up to Quad J. I agree. That's a good step forward. You've even brought in the backroom staff that he said he needs, and they all have experience. Lovely. I just need to see you back him, and I need to see you have one good window. One good window. Would it kill you guys to just have one window where I look at and I view it higher than a 5? That would be great. That would be fucking ideal, you know. But we're going to get into everything that we've heard about, like Xabi Alonso and what he's being offered and everything in a sec. Big up to Maldini in the chat. Big up to Tommy as well. Big up to Go AM. Saying Xabi tried to explain tiki-taka to the Clapham 49 and they thought he was talking about breath mints. Fuck's sakes. He thought it was tic-tac. Tic-tac. Liam Delap, that is a tic-tac. Because you will be gone soon. You will be gone. And if you're not gone, you're not getting any minutes. Nowhere. Well, we will reopen the bomb squad for your bum ass. But I say that, we're probably going to have this bum starting tomorrow anyway because João Pedro came up limping. So, hey. But let's talk about Xabi Alonso and what we're being told he's going to get going into this summer. So, Pies was the first one to break this. And then we also got news from Simon Phillips to add to this. So, here we go. Understand Alonso's power will entail recommending player positions, Plus, the club won't sign anyone without his say-so. Also, the same on sales. Recruitment meetings have been scheduled. So what the first thing is telling us is that anybody that comes in would have come in definitively with Xabi Alonso's agreement. But in terms of recommending player positions, I feel like Maresca got that one as well. It's just, do you listen to them or not? The only good thing from this is that it seems like Alonso and Chelsea need to be in line with a player for them to cross the line. Now, again, we're hearing one thing. Will we see it? I don't know. But this is one thing that they're telling us is going to be a difference. We will see if they stick to that word. I don't believe them as far as I could throw them. But this is what we're being told. Chelsea's minimum target for next season is UCL qualification and competing strongly for trophies. First off, stop with the minimum target thing. Because we know what the minimum requirement is. That's been the case since the Roman era. What is your target? What is your target? Competing strongly for trophies. Do you mean only domestic or do you mean the league as well? Because we've also seen briefs from Kieran Gill yesterday, which was just straight rage bait. I actually couldn't believe I was reading this shit. Where Kieran Gill said the initial idea, according to one insider, is to seriously challenge for the Premier League within 3 seasons. What do you mean I might have to wait for phase 7? What do you mean? Huh? You said like next season was meant to be the one where we compete for the league, and then the season after is meant to be the one that we win the league. Now you're telling me, like, just add that 3rd year, just in case. Get to fuck. Straight up, get to fuck. Because I'm not hearing that. So one sec. Where was that Pies tweet again? There we go. There we go. No, that's not the Pies tweet. Where was the Max tweet? I hadn't finished that one. Didn't even expect to go straight into like the main menu. Thank God there wasn't a fucking OnlyFans goal or some shit. Chelsea have been made aware. The players have been made aware Alonso will be watching the final 2 games with a keen eye. Unclear if he will be at either games in person. I feel like if Xabi Alonso was going to be there... No. They'd only announce it if they were bringing him out at halftime or something. You'll probably see Xabi Alonso in... Igbali's box or something for the Spurs game. You probably will see that. Nice. I want to know if I see our players turning up. That's what I want to know. But we also got more from Simon Phillips on his page. And he said that Simon Phillips, his sources have... let me move this to a new page so I can read the chat as well. So the sources understand that the club will take a collaborative approach to the summer transfer window, with Alonso having the sign-off on player sales as well as new arrivals. So that's, again, in line with what Pies has been told. This does not mean that Alonso will be doing it all, but he will be a big voice in the boardroom now, and as well as putting some of his own targets for consideration. That's good. He will have the sign-off on any new players that the directors put forward. If that's the case, that is good as well, because it was basically the other way around. If Alonso does not want a target, then no player is going to be forced on him. He will also have a big say on who stays in the squad and who is sold on. Hopefully this is the case. I feel like we heard more of this in Maresca's first summer, R2, as opposed to the second one. Because the last summer, he was told, like, you have internal solutions in the back and everything. So even if you back him like this has to be more than one summer window. You need to be in line with him throughout every window. I'm saying, do you actually believe this? Brother, I've said throughout this entire show, I will believe it when I see it. The only thing that I've seen right now is Xabi Alonso is employed at Chelsea Football Club. That's a good move. You're going to need to do more. And you're going to need to show me that one first before I get gassed over it. There's a latest tweet from Pies. What's that? Chelsea want to reset the culture this summer, which could lead to quite a few big name departures. that'll probably be like, who's a big name? Cucurella, to be fair, I've got some Cucurella news from Simon Phillips that you guys will want. Yeah, Maldini, we're getting there. We're getting there. That news also involves Cucurella news. But we're going to get to that in due time. We got a lot to go through today. Alonso was never demanding full control, just more of a say equally. In reality, I don't think you were ever going to get full control anyway. I don't think a lot of clubs really do full control to the manager. And when we've seen that, to be fair, it doesn't really work. Ten Hag, you saw his horrible window. Eddie Howe's had full control over the last summer window, and they're all complaining about their recruitment. It does need to be in line, but the main thing is you need to listen to the manager, because the manager is the one managing. Maybe, just maybe, you might have finally learned that the manager role's a bit important. But again, I want to see it first. You're not going to get any prop or praise from me until you have proven it. Here we are, man. Here we are, man. Maldi, don't you worry. We're getting there. If anything, I'll get to that next after all of this. So Chelsea respect Alonso so much as a footballing head that they have given him the title of manager, proving that he will be well in the room now on all footballing decisions that this club makes going forward. Again, I just hope that this is the case. Alonso was convinced by the name of Chelsea alone, as well as what was pitched into him in the interview. This also leads me to my point as well, where it's like, how can you, man, be so anti-Blue out, but just because they've brought in Xabi Alonso, man, are telling me, you've got to give them mad praise. You know who we are. You know who this club is. Do you know what managers this club has employed? Just from my pictures alone. Just these ones. We know the name of Chelsea has power. The thing is, you need to give them the bare minimum, which is listen to them and bring in the profiles that they ask for and don't force players onto them. Now you're telling me that because they've done the bare minimum that is expected at Chelsea Football Club, I'm meant to just be like this. No, you've made a good move. It took you long enough to try and bring someone of actual experience. Good. Now, do more. Now back him. But let's keep going. Let's keep going. The summer plans are now underway, and the club and Alonso ideally want to add 4 to 5 starting level players to their squad. These players will be proven, ready-made players. I'm going to hold them to that word. 4 to 5 starting level players added to the squad. Proven, ready-made players, all of them. Hold them to that. Because I want to see who those names are. What do you mean by ready-made? Because when it was experienced last season, you brought me Garnacho. So, what are those ready-made players? I want to see that. I want to see that first. Yeah, Star Slayer, I'm not doing it again. I've been guilty of doing it in the past, but I've learned from that. I ain't doing it now. Alonso and the club are now in sync with wanting to add more players who come with better experience rather than raw youngsters. Noted. Noted. They will still be signing young players, but they'll now be looking to recruit with more balance. So you're telling me 4 to 5 ready-made players and some young players coming in as well that we will be transferring. It won't just be a Quenda, for example. Well, again, you better bring me the ready-made players first. I don't want us wasting big resources on players that still need 2 to 3 years. But we'll see. We will see. Premier League proven or top-level European experience are 2 things that they are looking into. And the sources reiterate that they are looking for players who will make an immediate impact. Again, another name that we have to note. Another thing that we have to note. Immediate impact. Also European experience. So it's not just going to be Premier League only. Personalities and attitudes are being looked into, with that being a point that Alonso has made that the squad needs more of. So we're going to look for big personalities, that should lead again into the experience side. Because you have to be experienced to a certain point for you to like have those leadership traits within you, unless you're just like a Colwell, for example. Setup and formation will be down to Alonso, and the rest is just more like filler, if anything. No, but he wants to sort out the defense first, so that's a good thing as well. So ready-made players are 4 to 5 ready-made players are being brought in. No one's being forced onto Alonso, apparently. And the defense is apparently going to be the first spot that we look at. Let's see if this stays exactly as we are being told. I am saving this entire article, and we're going to come back to that at the end of the summer. And we're going to see if they stick to that. So we will see. We shall see. That sounds very promising. If you do all of that, that would be lovely. No one's believing no more. Nobody's believing anymore. But that's everything that I've got in terms of Xabi Alonso. No, HM, I've already said Xabi Alonso joining has brought me peace with the manager situation, because we have found a way to fall upwards with getting Xabi Alonso. He was employed, I think, when Maresca left. So he wasn't even a name we could have seriously looked at. But now you brought in somebody that's a proven upgrade. Nice. Nice. I have peace with the manager situation. Like, it will always be love and respect and appreciation and admiration to our world champion gaffer. I'll have nothing but good words to say about you, mate. But we got Xabi. We got Xabi. I can breathe. I can relax on the manager front. Now it's everything else. Now it's everything else. Yo, big up PFC as well, man. Big up, brother. Big up, brother. But yeah, next news. We're going to talk about Lewis Hall. We've also got striker news to get into later. And also the whole GOTS news as well. I see you guys are talking about in the chat. We're going to get to that in due time. But Lewis Hall. Lewis Hall links. So, as you guys have already seen... Hold up, once this fucking... Do you want to switch? There we go. So Simon Phillips sources can confirm again that Chelsea are exploring a move to bring Lewis Hall back to the club from Newcastle in what is seen as a hugely ambitious idea to bring the England international back to Stamford Bridge. This is one of the few transfers where I'd be like, look, Cucurella, want to go see your dream in Spain? You're good. Always rated Lewis Hall. I said in 22-23, that was our best performing left back. He is so fucking techie, and he's such a great ball carrier. And his crossing's good, his passing's good. I would love to see Lewis Hall here, man. As we have already reported, Alonso wants to keep Cucurella and will sit down with the Spanish international and discuss staying at the club. However, he has 2 years left on his contract. Everyone knows he has a desire to play back in Spain before he retires. Here's more of the news. There's also strong Manchester City links that are coming out as well, which could continue to develop. Obviously, you kind of know where the link would be coming from. It only makes sense. Maresca would probably be like wanting Cucurella. And that's where you'd probably see the strong Man City links coming in. What we've heard, what Simon Phillips has heard, is that Cucurella has been, and I quote, set on leaving since January. I haven't heard that until this dropped. But the sources are saying that Cucurella has been set on leaving Chelsea since January. I don't know if that's because of his dreams of wanting to go back to Spain in general, or if it comes down to Maresca leaving and him not liking the way that the project is going. Because, you know, Cucurella was one of the most vocal players when it came to speaking out about how things have fell off this season. So Cucurella seems dead set on leaving Chelsea since January. Maybe that's why you haven't seen any accelerations with the contract. Maybe you haven't. Because number one, you're already at 2 years left. And like number two, you might not be looking to re-sign. You might not be. So yeah, if Alonso persuades him to stay, maybe you don't see the Lewis Hall links move any further than what we're doing now. But we know Atletico Madrid are looking at him. We know Barcelona are looking at him. We also know now that Manchester City are looking at him as well. It looks like it's leading one way. Up to Alonso whether it changes anything or not, though, because we know that a lot of players were waiting to see who the next manager is before deciding whether they wanted to commit or if they wanted to ask their agents to like try and find new clubs for them. So time will tell. Can't really tell you anything, but time will tell. I don't think we'll be looking to get our money back for Cucurella anyway. At 28 with 2 years left, like they'll probably try and look for 40, 45 million for him, maybe something like that. I don't know, man. Because like he's had a bad drop off this year, but it's only been this year, and I feel like his stock would still be relatively high, especially in Spain. But yeah, I don't think you're gonna get 60 million for him. You're not gonna get that. I think even that was a bit too much from us at the time. It was just Todd Bowley doing this whole, oh, City want him? I'll take him then. That's calm. That'll do me. That'll do me. But yeah, Lewis Hall links are starting to build up a little bit more. They're starting to build up a little bit more. So, yeah, we'll see where that goes. Who's next? Who's next? Striker news. Let's talk about strikers. Just get rid of those tabs quickly. Yeah, calm. That will do. Next up, we have 5 striker targets that the club are looking at so far. 5 striker targets. We also know that regardless of Chelsea's stance, Barcelona will still be looking to make an offer to sign João Pedro ahead of the World Cup. So they're saying we should expect a bid even before the World Cup starts, not afterwards. Pedro has communicated to his agents that he is keen to move there. He has also spoke with Rafinha about a move. We've spoke about that for the last month or so. With Xabi Alonso coming in, there's a chance that it will turn the situation around and keep João Pedro content. But João Pedro also isn't unhappy. Like, it's more of a case of just, you know, South Americans and Barcelona and just love. They love each other. Barcelona, Real Madrid, any South American that gets interest from them, they're obviously going to consider it. So I've never knocked that side, but I don't think João Pedro's really trying to force the move either. It's just like, it's tempting. I think it's a tempting move for him. And it always will be. You've got a chance to replace Robert Lewandowski wearing the number 9 shirt for Barcelona. I understand that. But the same way, João Pedro loves Premier League football. We've had enough sources saying that that's the reason why he started off at Watford instead of trying to start off in Spain or try to move to Spain at any point in his career. This is just what would be a great move for him. In spite of all of that, I think we're going to end up pricing out João Pedro. I don't think João Pedro is going to force the move. And again, Alonso joining should also like push those questions even further down. So Barcelona will try to rattle the cage, and they're going to do it early. But I think the good thing about them doing it early is that we can also just reject it early, and then they can just move on. They can just fucking move on. So, yeah, Barcelona and João Pedro links aren't going to go away, but I think eventually Barcelona will go away. Liam Delap, expected to be sold or loaned. Hiu, same energy. Delap's agents are talking to clubs about a move, and then when one of them are gone, we are going to look to bring in another number 9. So the 5 names that we've been linked with is obviously Walter Mad. You guys already know we've been linked with Walter Mad for the longest. Brian Brobby, I've seen that in the chat. That's another one. Ollie Watkins, which I'll be real. That's a number 2. Probably you could do a lot worse than Ollie Watkins, but you know he's on the downturn in his career. He's not really going up as much. Pio Esposito from Inter Milan, who I haven't seen or heard a lot of at all. So like, I have to do my research on him. And Igor Thiago from Brentford. Which is like, look, he's having a great season in the Premier League, but bro, he seems like he should just be there. Like, a lot of his goals seem very transition based, and I just don't think he's going to be a great fit for us over here. Shout out to him and whatever he's doing over there, but I don't know too much about that one. Walter Mad, wouldn't mind. Like, hopefully he can get better in the air, but like, there's already a good base to work with, and he's got good technique, hold up plays, good interplay. Brian Brobby, like, seen him in Sunderland, but not really much from that. I know he's like very fucking strong and everything. He can hold up the ball well, but I don't really know too much of him past that. Watkins, I wouldn't mind, but again, it would only be as a number 2, and you know you're not going to get any better from Ollie Watkins than what you've got right in front of you. Walter Mad is the name that's been heard the most, though. And yeah, chat. What name out of those 5 would you want? If you had to pick one, who would you guys want? Obviously, a new name could drop as well. This is just the first 5 that's been put in there. Just any one name. What would be the one name that you would take there as a number 2? I want to see who we get the most of. Okay, so we've got a lot of Walter Mads. Seems to be only Walter Mad. Rahman saying Osimhen, I hear it. Maldini, you rate Esposito? All right, cool. I don't know anything about him. Like, that's the first time I've heard his name, but I'll do a bit of a look into him. There's a few Thiagos, but it seems to be Walter Mad that's winning. There's like 1 or 2 Brobbies as well. Jimmy's saying just current Drogba, but I hear it. Yeah, calm, cool. Big up to the chat, man. Big up to the chat. Obviously, like, the other bit of news that we kind of touched on already is that Chelsea are considering a move to sign Mika Götze from Ajax. I've seen a lot of you guys talking about it in the chat as well. Turns 21 next month, 152 senior appearances in his career, and he's a GA machine. He's become hugely sought after this summer, but Simon Phillips has the same concerns that I do about being able to step up to the Premier League. I just think Eredivisie to the Premier League, it's a bit mad to kind of expect the same sort of player, especially at his age, and I just don't know if you're going to see that. He looks like a very tidy dribbler. I will say that. He doesn't seem to lean towards cutting inside and hitting it at the far post. He seems to like trying the near post finish as well. But again, a lot of what I've seen seems to be in transition. A lot of what I've seen seems to be where he has a lot more space than I think he'll get in the Premier League. And I also just think like the league's a lot more physical, and I don't know if he's going to be able to like ride challenges as well as I've seen him doing in those Eredivisie comps. Also, don't know how much Ajax are going to ask for. So that's also there as well. But not really a lot like gassing me on this, because you know my thing. Ready-made. This doesn't scream ready-made to me. This doesn't scream experienced, like, mentality monster. So, okay, you look like a good talent and everything, but I don't think you're going to give me an immediate impact. And we remember what we are holding that article from 20 minutes ago about. I want ready-made impact. I want players that are ready to impact us now. I don't really think he's going to do that. So, in Holland, Robbie was known as the Dutch Hoyland. Oh, brother. Oh, dear. Ajax fans celebrated when we recalled Kiyu and they moved him to Sunderland. Oh, dear. Oh, dear. Liao, maybe, because I think they're trying to sell him on the cheap. Rodrigo, though. When is Rodrigo back from his ACL? That's the first question. And also, I mean, do you want to leave? All we know from Rodrigo is Ala Madrid, y nada más. That's all we know. Yeah, Jabo, that's one of the 5 strikers we're linked with. Walter Mad, Brobby, Watkins, Esposito from Inter, and Igor Thiago from Brentford. So those are the 5 names that we're linked with. So yeah, all 5 of those. Waltermad's the one that's been brought up the most, and yeah, that's about it. That's about it. But yeah, cool. That's all the names that we're linked with. Obviously, Chelsea versus Tottenham is coming up next. And funnily enough, Tottenham seem to be the informed side because they're unbeaten in their last 4 league games. Their last 3 league wins in general, and you got to go back to last year for their 3rd one, has all come away from home. Now, I'm not worried about us losing, but I really don't want to see a draw. Like, the one way to like really wrap up this shit show season is if you give Tottenham the point that keeps them up at Stamford Bridge. I'm not here for it. I'm not here for it. No. I hope we can win, but I think you're going to see a much weakened squad. I don't think Colwell's going to start because I don't expect him to do 2 90-minute games. Maybe they'll start and take him off at halftime. Maybe it will be the other way around. I don't know, but I don't really think you're going to see Colwell there for the 90. I don't think you're going to see João Pedro start because he had a knock coming out of the cup final. That means Liam Delap's going to start. And I don't think we're going to play a back 5. So you're probably going to see one of Hato or Cucurella dropped and one of Neto or Garnacho into the team. So ultimately, it's not going to be a great watch. It's not. And to be honest, I just want you to win for the sake of some sort of pride. It's not about the table. All I think about with the table is Swerve Conference League. I don't want to be in that competition again. I don't. It was fun when we were there for the first time. The fact that we're back here is so humiliating. I don't want to see that. But yeah, I don't think the attack's going to look great, but neither does Tottenham. And to be honest, Tottenham shit themselves coming to our ground anyway. So like, I'm just hoping that could lead to us being able to get something off them being worse than us. That's it. But yo, I just want this game over and done with. I want this week over and done with. I cannot be fucked for these last 2 games. We'll be there because I obviously want Chelsea to do well. Sam, I'm like 70-30 on staying because I don't really care. Plus, I want to see what's going on in that Bournemouth City game too. So, yeah, I don't know if I'm going to go. I still got the ticket, but I don't think I'm going to end up going. I'll probably end up just doing a watch-along. Like, I think the FA Cup final, that was just it for me. And, yeah, that even that protest, the whole 22-minute turn your back to the game and everything, that's useless. That's not going to do anything. That's not going to impact anything. That's not even going to get noticed. Yeah, Maldini, I got no mind to go. Really. The only thing is that like a few of my mates might be drinking from early, but same way, I might just link them early and then just go and stream. It's one or the other. There's no strikes this week at least, so if you still want to go, you'll get there a bit earlier than what you thought you would, but don't care. Like I've told you, this is not a rivalry to me. I don't give a shit about Tottenham. I don't care. This is pest control. This is not a war. Chelsea fans that hate Tottenham more than any other club, if you're under the age of 30, I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't know what you'd hate about Tottenham other than just being a London derby. Like, bro, they're so washed. You know, the fuck? Yeah, look, I hear that, but they're not even, like, wheeling him out for the game. So it's like... Bro, Rahman, no one's going to do it. Nobody's going to do it. Just you watch. Nobody's going to be on that shit. But yeah. Yeah. Yo, I'm nearly there. But that's it for me. That's the real London rivalry. Because both teams are usually either around top of the table or competing for trophies. Tottenham don't do either of that. The fact that Tottenham are Big Six is actually embarrassing. Like, that actually needs to be revoked and just give that to Aston Villa. There is literally no reason for it. But yeah, I'm going to throw the link out quickly. We're going to talk about the news that we went through. Maybe we drag this through to the Arsenal game. If we don't, I'll just send everybody over to the Arsenal watch-along and we'll be back live for that too. Yeah, Daniel, that's what I've been saying the idea should have been. Stay in the concourse or tap in your ticket late. Turning your back at 22 minutes does nothing. It won't even be noticed. Unless someone reminds me on the watch along, I probably won't even remember it. But yeah, here we are. Here we are. Here we are. Here we are. This is where we are, man. Big up to Alex for the donation, man. He said, can't believe we got Alonso. Kenan Yildiz should be blue ASAP. And is that a trick name? No, it's a real name. Oh, Inter Milan. 22 years old, central midfielder. I'll research into him, bro. Big up Alex, man. I would love Kenan Yildiz here, but I don't see that one happening. I really don't. I think Juve would price us out to death on that one. And again, I don't blame them for it either. One sec. Big up Nathan as well, bro. The managerial hire is the first decent manager they have signed, says MNG Blue. Well, I mean, I hear it. I hear it. I will support him the next 2 years. I hope it's true that he's getting more power. I will see if you stick to that. I'll see if you stick to that, MNG Blue, but big up. And he says only Waltermad as the striker targets that interest him. Kind of understandable on that list too. Wouldn't mind Ollie Watkins as depth. I don't think it would be bad depth, but same way, like, his only route is downwards. He's not even like just in his prime years. I think he's just more like dropping. So I don't know. I haven't heard good things about him from Villa fans either. So yeah, but what are you saying, bro? What are you saying, my G?
It's a case of seeing a lot of good things, but a lot of us are still skeptical. Know about this, how much power Xabi Alonso really has. But on the face of it, the obvious thing to do is just listen to the man. He's the most experienced manager they've employed at this club, and his talent ID, you know, and the players that he's worked with, it speaks for itself. So just listen to him. You know what I mean? Like, we can't be having this, like, we know they're going to keep signing youngsters. Like, I think all of us pretty much know they're not going to stop signing the next, like, young talents. Mickey Gotts obviously kind of backs that up, but he's actually one of the talented ones. You know what I mean? Like, he's a wonder kid, another wonder kid, which shouldn't surprise you, to be fair. But whether we get him or not, it's neither here nor there. But yeah,
just say about Michael Gotts.
Yeah, Mickey Gotts. He's a real.
What are you feeling about him? Because I've only seen like a 3-minute comp, and like he looks like a tidy dribbler, but I don't think he's going to be able to handle the switch from the Eredivisie to the Prem.
Yeah, the hit rate from the Eredivisie to the Prem, yeah, it's kind of one of them ones. Probably not as bad as what the Bundesliga is, but look, again, like I'm the type of person who likes direct wingers, especially dribblers, ones who have got good close ball control. You know what I mean? Especially because he's young as well, so he's nowhere near the finished article, but that's the kind of player I would want. You know what I mean? At least you can see the type of winger he is. Whereas you look at like someone like Garnacho, and obviously I'll put Gittins to the side for a sec, because look, he's still, you know, in the injury kind of fucked him up. You know what I mean? So he hasn't really been able to develop. But yeah, Mika Gotts looks like in the sort of mold of a Kenan Yildiz, like a proper direct left winger. You know, very direct, good ball control, good skill as well. He's not just one of them road runners. Like he has proper skill. He's Belgian, so I mean, these Belgian wingers, I mean, most of them more times than not are talented.
Do you think of his physicality?
Not right now, but like for his build, I think that's something he can develop. He definitely can get a bit stronger. It's the same problem people have with Esteval. They look at him and they think, oh, he's too slight, a slighter frame. But if the skill's good enough, I mean, look at Jeremy Doku. Like, Doku's not necessarily, you wouldn't call him a tank. Like, someone like Nonto at Leeds is stronger than someone like Doku. But at the same time, if your ball control, your decision making, and your directness is there, it's not really something I really judge a winger on too much. I mean, look at Adama Traore. If he was actually like a bit more, you know, had a bit more IQ, then he'd be a real top winger, because his pace is blistering. I mean, it's like Mudryk, similar thing. We've had those lightning wingers before at the club, but the skill isn't there and the IQ isn't there, then don't really amount to much. So at least it's a target that at least makes a bit more sense, you know. Like even Said Al-Mala, like he's another one like we're also being linked with for a time as well. Like as long as these players display the right kind of dribbling ability and all that, I think Xabi wants to be quite, you know, happy if we end up getting them. That's cool, but he'd sort of look and go, yeah, at least that's a winger I want. Because Garnacho and Pedro Neto, they can't really be at the club for much longer. Certainly not Garnacho, that's for sure. Like surely they got to be moving on, at least one of them.
Again, depends on like who's interested. Pedro Neto had the Benfica links, but we said that all depended on Mourinho staying, and we just saw that here we go to Real Madrid. So that's probably in the bin unless we hear anything different. Gittins ain't gonna go anywhere. And Garnacho, like all he's talking about is getting ready for next season at Chelsea. He's got no intention of leaving right now. And like we know he wanted Chelsea over any other club last season, and being in London was a big part of it. So unless Arsenal do the Arsenal thing and buy a bum like they do every year.
That's very true. And another thing as well is like if we do go with like a back three, back five, like the possibility of left wing backs, does one of heaven forbids one of them like Garnacho or Neto do like a left wing back type of shift? I'm not sure. Could be a possibility. I guess Xabi will be thinking about that already when he's assessing the squad right now. But
no, look, he just needs to try and like get the wingers to be a bit more fearless. Because I know that with Esteval, but I just think like, well, more Gittins specifically, because that was my biggest gripe with Gittins. There was times where he looked scared to take people on.
Yeah, definitely the jump up from, as I said, the amount of limited game time he had at Dortmund, I really do think that was a case of like he really was scared, like the step up was a bit too much for him at that particular point. But the interesting thing with Yildiz is Xabi Alonso was actually linked with getting him at Real Madrid. So, I mean, there are some previous links there, but that's more of a pipe dream, if anything. I'd love Kenan Yildiz at the club if we were signing him, like proper starting left winger. One most talented.
We'd have to make some crazy sales to do it, I think.
Yeah, definitely would, especially for the money we may not actually have. But yeah,
and the importance to him for Juve, because I know they've had another horrible season in Serie A.
They have.
Where did they finish in the league? I just saw their fans giving them a ton of shit. Yeah, they're sixth. They're in a Europa League spot.
Pretty much. Ooh. One game to go.
Como and Juve there.
Yeah.
Interesting. Well, with one game left.
Yeah, one game left. Come out pretty much guaranteed 6 anyway, so they're all good.
Yeah. So that there's no drops from 7th. All right, cool. So it could just be Roma or AC Milan dropping. Yeah, cool. Europa or bust.
Also, Ilman Ndiaye from Everton. Yeah, he's another one. A lot of us have been really calling out for him as well. Proper top, like Prem experienced top right winger, like top winger in that regard. So
there's been links with him, but like I haven't heard anything recently. All I know is like Chelsea are definitely looking at him, and it's an interesting move for them. But maybe you got to see you could send to them. Obviously, we sent them Tyreek George. Maybe they look to bring him on a permanent. They have interest in Liam Delap. Please take him. No complaints. Yeah. I'm not sure who else just yet, but like there is a line of communication at least.
I mean, the Diamante one, I've seen people bring up in the chat. The thing is, I think I heard something about we partnered with Rock Nation, which is the agency, Jay-Z and all that. Diamante signed to that agency, so something that we could see movement with that. To be honest, with Diamante.
Maybe he did speak about Chelsea and Real Madrid with the case of like if both clubs are interested, it's crazy.
There will be movement at Real Madrid, especially when Mourinho signs for the attackers. At least one or two of them is going to be sold, so there's a possibility, maybe. But I just don't see
Xabi can bring a few of his favourites here or something.
Yeah,
but one of the players he got along with.
One of Chilmeni, one of Camavinga, could be Hoyson, maybe. But I don't really see them selling him, to be honest. But
they love Hoyson.
Yeah, they do. There'll definitely be a few Real Madrid players potentially that we could have a shot at signing, just because it's Xabi Alonso, which I think it's been a long time for us as Chelsea fans to actually think that there's a possibility we have more pull now because of the manager when he talks to the players to sign for the club compared to the likes of Rafinha, Callum McFarlane, all that. Like trying to have those conversations with their agents is never going to end well, but at least with Xabi in charge, sure, like it definitely helps. With the whole wage cap thing, I don't know. I don't know what the situation is. They really need to rethink that if they're really serious about backing Xabi Alonso and getting him the players that he wants. Especially
I think it will, because now you're on the pay cut.
Yeah,
I also think
true.
No, Mo, say that again. You sound really muffled.
Yeah.
Oh, I just did. Let me go back and change my set.
Yeah, bro. Still sound muffled, bro. Is that you covering your mic or something?
I was gonna say.
No worries. We'll give
you a few good players. That's the show we're linked to. Go ahead, Brom.
Oh no, nothing. What? So you guys are like
optimistic about things. You guys actually believe?
Cautiously optimistic, I'd say.
I wouldn't say optimistic. I've said this is one step forward after taking 15 steps back.
Yeah, pretty much. Wasting 4 years in the process.
Yeah.
Like, we're hearing good things, but like all that is stuff I'm holding them to, and we're gonna look back at the end of the summer.
Yeah.
That whole article about how they're gonna bring in 4 to 5 ready-made players that are gonna impact the team right now, and also bring in some young players for the squad too. Okay, with no UCL. Okay, cool. We will see. We'll be here on deadline day.
I've said a lot of tweets. I have no belief. So
I'm not saying you're wrong for that. Fairs. Absolutely fairs. It's the only thing you can guarantee with Xabi Alonso here is that cool. I'm not going to lose every week now. Oh, nice. I'm actually going to see some W's next to my club's name. Okay.
Well,
now you need to back him.
Well, we'll see. We'll see, man.
That's it. That is literally just the base of all of those conversations. You have lied so much that this one move ain't gonna like just do it for us.
Yeah,
this is just one step forward.
Yeah, I like the way Chelsea fans just forgot that we lost the cup final because Alonso got announced. I didn't like that.
No,
Neither did I. Neither did I. It's just so like jarring or just an indictment of where we are that you can drop that brief an hour afterwards and suddenly the FA Cup final's irrelevant. Suddenly, like, people are telling me, oh, you got to give them a lot of credit for this one. Sorry, we're Chelsea Football Club. It should never be that difficult to persuade a high-profile manager to come here. Unless you're the problem.
We all knew this was, like, done. We all knew they were going to announce it pending that we lose the final. And this talk about the season, in all honesty. No, they were going to announce it after the final because we were going to lose. It's good.
I didn't expect them to do that personally.
We did suspect.
I was expecting them to do that.
I did. It makes so much sense.
Yeah.
Fair enough. I didn't think it was that close.
This talk about how we've been looking at Alonso for years. We wanted him to replace Poch. You know what a big club would have done? They would have hired Alonso after he won the Bundesliga with Leverkusen. That's when you appoint him.
Mm-hmm.
You don't appoint him now after you've continuously fucked up. That's why I don't like. Listen, Alonso's great, and I rate him, and he was on my personal shortlist. But I don't care. I'm not impressed by just him. I'm not impressed. You got to do more. You got to make me actually believe that you've changed.
Yeah, it's like even then, what I'm praising right now is just the bare minimum that we've asked for years. Go and get someone experienced, and you're telling us that you're going to back him, and you're going to tell us that he has a say in transfers.
Oh no, that's not the bare minimum. Because this was said with Maresca too. So this is not hiring Alonso is not actually the bare minimum. Because you've said this with previous managers that you've appointed at Chelsea.
No, but even that was like inexperienced managers. This is the first time you
he's the most elite manager they've hired, Prime, to be fair.
Yeah, and you know how sad that is because Alonso's not even been managing 5 years. So the fact that he's the most experienced one they've hired is still sad.
Oh, it is. It is.
Yep.
No,
I think that experience is based on what he's won, basically. I think that's just all it is on his playing career.
And maybe I'm being like very pessimistic and stuff. But I'm just giving my opinion.
You're not being pessimistic. Actually,
the one time this is every right to be pessimistic.
Alonso coming in, listen, it's awesome that we've hired him, right? Great, amazing. But just like when we wanted Elise and Osimhen and all these high-profile players, let's kind of be honest here. The only reason he's here is because Liverpool kept Slot. If they sacked Slot, he's probably going there over us.
Yeah, probably.
I'd hear that, but like I'd go one step further and say he's here because guess what? Our name isn't as finished as you think it is.
No.
Chelsea is still a big club, a big name, and a big job. That's why I'm not giving them too much crazy praise for it.
Listen, Lewis, that's not going against what I've just said.
I'm not trying to go. I'm adding to it. I'm not going against you.
That's great. That's great. We're a big club or whatever. A real big club would have taken him after he won the league with Leverkusen. That's what Rome.
No, real good owners would have.
No, Prime.
Yeah,
like, the owners do and what Chelsea stands for are two different things.
I'm not going against you.
But that's my like. I don't like. It's we've taken an opportunity because Liverpool didn't sack Slot, but again, I'm not I don't know. I'm just not impressed, bro. I'm not moved. I'm really not.
No, we all know if Xabi wasn't available, they would have gone for one of these stupid ass coaches. Like the ownership itself, it's they can't.
Yeah, so that's
the
why
name, yeah, probably.
This great stuff that's coming out that we have them, that's awesome. But listen, let's see how the window goes, bro. Because
yeah,
I don't know. I'm not moved. We're gonna get rid of bums to buy new bums. I'm not moved.
No, Prime. In all honesty, I feel exactly the same way. But it's one step. But you've had way too many missteps for me to be like, yeah, what just one step corrects everything. No, you need to have 2 or 3 steps for me to believe what you want to do. Because now it's like, okay, let's see.
Yeah, it's up to you to show us. You're dropping some great briefs and everything, but it's nothing. Well, most of it is stuff that we've all heard before.
And Lewis, the thing is as well, I think I'm right in saying that all of us probably agree that in negotiations, surely Alonso would have sought to get these kind of assurances, that he's got more control and more power and all that.
But here's the thing, Nathan. What does that mean? Oh, he's now manager instead of head coach.
Head coach.
This is the first time they've done it under this ownership. That's great. But you know what that also tells me? That tells me that we were desperate to hire him. He wasn't desperate to be here. We're a big club, and we're not the A side of negotiating when we hired him.
Oh no, not at all. We fucked up our A side.
We oversold our hands. So
yeah, we already done that.
I'm not. Oh, he's here as manager. He has to say on transfers, whatever. Cool. So if we sign someone that's not good, is it Alonso's fault then that we signed him? Like, no, man, I'm not moved. I'm sorry, I don't care. Not yet. I'm not moved.
No, they need to do more. They need to do a lot more.
Area with those briefs because they said like no one's being signed without the sign off of Chelsea and Xabi. So it has to come from both of them.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying, like, because of the fact that he's the most elite manager, in my mind, I'm thinking, surely you listen to what this man says compared to, like, even Maresca, as much as I, obviously respect him, but still, like, Xabi Alonso's won a Bundesliga undefeated. Like, surely you listen to this type of manager, but what the type of players he wants to bring to the club. That's one thing. But yes, I hear it. They could lie to him, and obviously, this is what they do. You know what I mean? They tell you these things, sweet nothings, and all that. But
I agree with you, Nathan. You can say that, but Lewis, what I'm about to say might trigger you. Can you remove yourself from this stream, please? Listen, Poch, I didn't want him. Well, you guys all accepted him at the start. I said no, he's not good, right? I didn't want him, but the only experienced guy that you hired, and you didn't listen to him at all. Why? I don't know. I just don't. Why? Obviously, Alonso is better than Poch, so I'm not making that comparison. But like, I just don't. I'm not gonna care now that you think that all this stuff about he gets given a say and stuff, and it's a real collaboration. I don't care. It's the same words that have been said.
Was that it?
The only thing that gives me hope is they fuck themselves.
That's why.
That's fine. That's fine.
Yeah.
The only thing that gives me hope is they fuck their hands so bad. But that's why I say hope. That's just it. You're right, though. There's nothing to hold on to.
You're not wrong, bro. But for me, like, my hope, belief, all of that died when the manager walked away and people just accepted it like it was okay. That all hope, all faith, all belief died. I don't have any. So now you got to build that back up. You got to build the trust back up now.
Samuel.
So
now you still got people blaming Maresca for walking. They were like, you don't even like the ownership yourselves.
Yeah, let's hope it's different now. But the fact that with Alonso being hired, it seems like every Chelsea fan seems to agree that he's actually quality. We all seem to like him. So if they fuck up with him, hopefully no one gets moved by the PR that Alonso was speaking to Liverpool and wanted to replace Slot or whatever. Like, no one gets moved by the dumb PR when he gets sacked or whatever. So
forget all of that. Just see if the backing's there if we go on our first bad run of form.
Yeah,
Well, that's the thing. I think Dave Fellows is 100%.
I don't want to hear things like, "Oh, Alonso likes Garnacho or the lap or them." Man. No,
You are so right, Brian. You know that's coming up.
I don't want to hear those briefs. Alonso thinks Neto could be a good wing back. No, I don't care. No, I don't want to hear those briefs, bro. Alonso wants
so
to,
right.
bro. Listen. Chalaba's getting a new contract. He's staying. But you know what we're gonna hear? Alonso values Chalaba's experience in the team. No, bro. I don't want to hear that shit. I don't want to hear it.
Bro,
you
need common sense in that.
Yeah, just saying that actually made me more pessimistic, to be honest with you. Just not listening to that, actually.
Yeah, you're gonna see it, bro. You're gonna see those briefs.
Well, that's the thing, right? Like, obviously, we got a lot of deadwood, and to actually sell every single one of them, yeah, even I don't necessarily think that's
big
gonna
up,
happen.
Jimmy, man.
I'd love to be proven wrong, but look, if Xabi Alonso wants to keep one or two of the dead players, maybe they get limited game time. We got one game a week now, more than likely, unless we get Europa, which that's another story. But look, if you keep some of these deadwood players, and regardless what role he has, so I trust Xabi Alonso a lot more than say the other managers that have kept these shit players. You know what I mean? So we'll see how it pans out. But look, just get better players at the same time, you know what I mean? Like, as if the squad stayed the same as it is right now, and with Xabi in charge, like, that's a tall order, but I still back him because he's, at least as a coach, and what he did with that Leverkusen team. And don't forget, this Real Madrid bollocks about people think like he fucked up there. Had a 70% win rate, and it was literally, it was 74, something like that. It was in the 70s, but it was literally because Perez chose the players over Xabi Alonso because he fell out with the players, right? And he sided with Vinny and all them, man, instead of Xabi Alonso. And look what's happened to that club since. So, trust me, it's got nothing to do with Xabi Alonso's incompetence, whatever. If anything, it just kind of proves that he not only is a manager, but as a coach, what this man can do. Because if you're a player and you can't respect what Xabi Alonso's done in the game, then I'm sorry, you don't really deserve to be a footballer at this point.
It's not the players we should be worried about, mate. It's not the players we should be worried about respecting Alonso.
I mean, still, yeah, of course, I hear all that, trust me. But also, for trying to bring it back to the football and not so much focus on the management all the time, like, them players now have one of the best managers, especially CV-wise. And as a player, like, you can't tell me these players are not going to respect this guy. They're not going to take instructions, you know what I mean? Even the shit.
I don't think that would be the case. Like, he's the most proven one to walk in here. It's just about whether they're going to back him in the market or not, because they've written a lot of checks already. 4 to 5 experienced, ready-made players that are ready to impact the first team now, and you're going to buy some youth on top of that with no UCL money.
Like Nathan, the players, I'm not worried about respecting him. It's the things above. Like, will they respect Alonso by giving what he needs to actually improve this team?
Yeah, it's not only that. It's not even just the respecting. It's just listen to him, because obviously respect is one thing, right? It's like during instruction, like training sessions, etc. The tactics, the instructions he's giving, because it's no secret, right? A lot of these players, they not only down tools under the managers we've just had, right? Obviously, Liam Rossinho, look at his what it is. He was never meant for the job, you know what I mean? But still, me personally, I don't accept those performances that we saw. You know what I mean? I still think a lot of them players needed to look in the mirror and it's like, why the fuck are you a footballer? You're playing like this. You're not performing to the level that is required to be a professional footballer. I personally don't accept that shit. You know what I mean? Like, regardless of Delap and Garnacho, they're just not the level anyway. But the players that we know are much better than this. Me personally, as a fan, I don't.
You're gonna get that when you sign bad players, which goes back to the guys above.
True, but the arrogance of these modern day footballers, a lot of them is just outrageous, to be honest. I don't know, people brought up likes of Rodrigo, Vinicius, and they're good players, of course. They're not on the level of Garnacho and Delep level is just shit, but at the same time, their ego and the level of performances that they put out on the pitch doesn't actually add up. It doesn't. You know what I mean? The ones that are a bit more humble, you can see that they perform week in, week out, and there's a reason why. You know what I mean?
Big up the Astra as well, bro.
That man have won 2 Champions Leagues in 3 years. Like, they've whether people agree with it or not, I think maybe they've kind of earned the right to have the ego, at least from their perspective.
To an extent, but then you look at the season Real Madrid's had, you might want to think, and the last couple of years that Real Madrid's had, you might want to think a bit different about that.
True, but yeah, I think the bad stuff at Real Madrid, I think that's squad planning. their squad planning has been poor for a while too.
It's the whole Galacticos model, which I think people saying in the modern age, it don't really work like that anymore. Just signing a bunch of world-class players and expecting the team to just perform and like gel together and just put a person in charge and hope it all works out. Unless it's someone like an Ancelotti,
really has it? Like even before in the like early 2000s, did Real Madrid not do a Galactico, and that didn't work either?
Of course.
They didn't win. They got
never won
the Champions League for years.
Yeah, signing like the best player, quote unquote, for the sake of doing it without any real plan doesn't work.
It was after the Bale, Kaká level, Cristiano Ronaldo, after that level Galacticos team they assembled. It was after that those players left, like when they signed Eden Hazard and all that. That's when it went downhill afterwards. Like, because as Jimmy's saying, those players had elite mentality and their quality was like they're legends of the game. We're talking R9 Ronaldo, one of the greatest strikers ever played the game. You know what I mean? So like, of course, that was never not going to work. Roberto Carlos, David Beckham, Zidane, like Luis Figo, like of course that was going to work, right? But the modern day age player, like we're trying to build a team, we're going to have some average players in this Chelsea team even, right? But as long as the majority of the squad is at least bare minimum very good players, if not world class, then of course that's where the manager comes into it and his instructions and respecting him and what he offers to the team, you know what I mean? But this idea of having a full 11 of like world class players, it just, in my eyes, it just don't really work out that way anymore. You know what I mean? We also don't really have the funds to do
let's also forget
Madrid.
Let's also not forget the ego of Mbappe, and because if you have a player of Mbappe's ego coming in to add to a whole bunch of players with a whole bunch of other egos as well, that way you get clicks in the team. That's what led to.
I don't think we've got that level of an ego problem at Chelsea. It's just a quality issue.
People have mentioned it, Lewis. I did hear some people, especially in the media, say like, "Oh, would he be able to tame the egos at Chelsea Football Club?" I'm thinking, what egos?
Yeah, but then they're bringing in names like Garnacho, and Garnacho, he ain't got no ego. He's just shit. That's just he's just shit.
Well, he does think so highly of himself. To be fair,
I do think I don't know if ego is the right word, but you know that thing like Jimmy complains about with Palmer. I don't know if it's an ego, but I do think that sort of stuff. Alonso.
It's an ego thing.
Yeah, okay. That's what it's called.
No, I'm saying to the point of Madrid. I'm not saying to like a Madrid level ego issue.
That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, but whatever it is, I do think
that there isn't any.
I do think Alonso will be able to kick that out of the team. Didn't he say? Didn't he say something? Maybe it was him. Did he not say something like he wants to create like a big mentality or something?
Monsters.
Yeah,
something like that, yeah.
Said something similar to what Tuchel said, which is interesting.
It's all word spaghetti, to be honest. Yeah.
I mean, no. Listen, it's interesting.
Can I piss on everybody's parade now? I'm here to piss.
Yeah. Oh, Jimmy, I already did that.
No,
Jimmy,
you didn't.
No, I did, bro. You weren't here. I did.
Oh, go on, Jimmy. What were you saying, bro? I did see Maldini. He was asking about your tweet from yesterday about Alonso being sacked in 12 months.
12 to 18 months. This manager will be gone. 12 to 18 months, he'll be gone. Big up Maldini and the rest of you fag bags that can't even read and comprehend a tweet because the tweet had nothing to do with Maresca. But y'all are special and retarded. If you get your chance, bring up the tweet for me so I can read it.
All right, one second.
And show you that these retarded ass motherfuckers can't even comprehend that the tweet is not even about the two names in it, but they only can read surface level. They're fucking retarded.
I think those two that kind of had the same, so we'll bring both of them up. So, yeah.
Right. All right. Listen what I said. I said, right here. Xabi Alonso will be sacked in 12 months. Simple as that. Maresca won 2 cups and was given 0 control. So Alonso would need exactly do what to get control? Win 2 trophies next year? It's not going to happen. What is he going to get? Top 4. So my question, this is not about Maresca, you retarded ass niggas. It's about once Xabi Alonso is successful, he's going to want power. The success they will take credit for. They're not going to give him power. They're going to say, nigga, we just won with you. We won without you. We'll find another you. what is their incentive to give away the power? Y'all talking about he got the power now. What fucking power? Y'all are reading articles. You dumb fucks about to fall for this again. They've been here 4 years. They signed 4 long-term managers. 4. Potter, Poch, Maresca, Racina. All 4 of those managers were signed for long-term projects. Wrong or right? All 4. They were all given long-term deals. Do you know the average length of time our 4 long-term managers have been in here? 9.3 months. So now you can feel however you want to feel. I can feel however I want to feel. But you know what the proof is in? The motherfucking pudding. Our management has shown managers ain't gonna be here long. 9 months is what our managers average. 9 months is what our managers average. Bring up the fucking articles of when we signed Racina. What did they say? We're going to give him the power. We're going to bring in the play. We're going to bring in veteran players. The same fucking articles. Just remove Racina name. Let me tell you what they did to make dickheads like fucking Maldini and these dumbass niggas fall for. Because the article states it. Xabi Alonso did not ask for the manager title. Chelsea gave it to him. So you know what that is? That's words. Just words. You know what that does? That makes us think the plan has changed. Because that's the only thing they're reacting to right now is the fans. That's why the minute we lost the cup, guess what we did? Announce the manager. Really? 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 You know who said that was going to happen? Right before the motherfucking kickoff, KG said, yo, Jimmy, after we lose this, they're going to announce the manager. And everybody was he said, Jimmy, they're going to announce the manager as soon as
I said that in your chat too.
As soon as we lose this game. And we lost the fucking game in the 5 minutes. We was talking and I said, yo, guess what? They just announced the manager. And he said, God damn, ain't that a bitch? Bro, y'all motherfuckers, this is what y'all see. I don't think people don't really understand. People hear dopamine and really don't understand what it actually means and what dopamine actually does to you. Y'all heard Xabi Alonso and y'all got the dopamine rush and y'all thought everything's gonna change. Everything. Why? Why you think it's gonna change? Hasn't every manager we brought in, they admitted in some way it was gonna change? In some way it's gonna change. Nothing has changed. They've run the club the same way all the time. All 4 years, it's been run the same way. And you motherfuckers keep thinking it's gonna change. I don't want to hear nothing about no revisit, no stream. Y'all niggas can suck my dick with a Chico stick. Because all the shit that y'all said that I didn't get right, guess what it is now? Right. I got right, nigga.
Somebody call me.
Suck my dick.
Jimmy,
every fucking thing that I said about this club in the beginning of the season when the window closed, I said the window was a 3, nigga. A 3. What did you fags say? Oh, you being Jimmy Minerals. Now look at us, motherfucker. We about to be in 10th. No cups.
That's been generous.
We are in 10th.
No cups, nigga. Fuck y'all talking about. Don't tell me shit. Bro, you doing it for clicks. Yeah, I want your bitch to click on these nuts. What clicks? Am I on my fucking channel? Do it look like I'm trying to get clicks? You stupid motherfucker.
What I don't get is I don't get how you've riled the chat so much when we basically had this conversation for an hour
We
and
literally
25
did,
minutes
yeah.
where I said I just don't believe them anyway, and I need to see it to believe it.
Because, you know, I'm going to tell you what it is. These fag bags don't want to admit that I was right. I was fucking right. And then now, because they getting their little dopamine rush, because a lot of them don't get pussy, so this is what they get their rocks off. I'm ruining their rocks. It's like me walking in when you fucking your girl, right when you about to come and go, hey, what's going on in here? It's the same thing. The reality I got to slap these niggas with, that with the same fucking problem is there. The same problem. If Xabi Alonso is successful, what you think he's going to want, Lewis? Power. More power. You think
But
this
my main
boy
thing is about you're telling me that he's already getting that power, so I want to see if that's the case.
Yeah, see the proof in the pudding.
All right. Do you have any reason to believe them?
That's what I'm saying. Yo, people,
why are people acting all crazy? Because I said he could be. Listen, read my tweet. I said he'll be sacked in 12 months. That's what I said. Now, now he'll be sacked in 12 months. Now, this is what people with a brain would do. Ask me why. Ask me why.
Why?
Because all of our managers we've had so far averaged 9 months on the job. If Xabi Alonso is successful, the board will take the credit for it. The board has come out and said, remember this? See, now I'm about to cook for the Maldinis, and these niggas can only read surface level shit. Do you remember when Matisse met with the dude, Finkelstein or whatever his name is?
Mm-hmm.
What did they say, what they feel about the managers? What did they say?
I don't remember. I actually don't
The
remember.
manager, their setup, they feel the manager don't play as much into the effect as winning as much. Do y'all remember that? Okay, so who's running the board now? The same people, right? Boom. If we sign certain players, they come in and we're successful, and Xabi Alonso say, I want more power. What do y'all think they're gonna do? Y'all think they're gonna say, oh, we're gonna give you more power? Or y'all think they're gonna have the same, or are they gonna have the ego that they showed us that they have already?
I think the only disagreement that I'm seeing here is that you're saying he needs to do something and then demand the power. They're briefing that he's already got that. That's the
No, I'm not saying he's going to demand the power. I'm saying if he goes in and does well, just like any other manager, he's going to want more say.
Which makes sense.
It's nobody y'all can name who wins and doesn't want more say. We all know this. So let's not act
to the point of having full control over even the
full control. Nobody said full control. Why do y'all think he has much control now? Why?
No, I don't believe that either. I'm just saying if they're saying he's got more power, then you can't get any more than what that power is.
And this is my point. I don't believe it. I don't believe it. I don't believe it. I don't. They saying he got more power. I don't fucking believe it. And him, okay, he got more power. So what is it? It's one more. So they're gonna say Alonso gets say on transfers. That's not a good thing. If we had one sporting director and then he had a say, that would be great. But now it's just one more motherfucking chef in the kitchen. It's one more chef in the kitchen. So who has the power? Does he have the veto power, or does the sporting directors? He can come in and say what he wants. Who makes the final decision?
My thing is, what this
so
board, this ownership has done nothing but briefs all through their tenure, right? When Maresca gets briefed, when Maresca got sacked, it was smear campaigns. It was he walked, he blah blah blah, all this.
Talk to City and all that, yeah.
Exactly, right? Same. Keep in mind that we were talking to De Zerbi last summer too, so it wasn't like it was. It's two things. It wasn't like we weren't also cheating behind his back, but also just because you have a job doesn't mean you can't talk to another employer. Like there's no loyalty either ways, right?
And Maresca said he'd stop with just a contract extension. Just
yeah. So look. So here's the thing, right? What this board, they have done nothing in terms of PR to make you give them the benefit of the doubt. They are show me. You can say everything you want. You can say we're gonna do
these cucks. You can because they sit and watch their wife suck a black man penis while they jerk off in the corner.
Look, just look
you
at
can with them. You trick, fool me once, shame on you. Trick me twice, shame on me.
No,
3 and 4 times.
Look
Are
at
you
this
crazy?
shame. Look at what we did. We lost a cup final, right? A cup final, which I personally think we were fucked over. Like I personally think we were fucked over. 15 minutes after, they decided, you know what? How do we cushion the blow of losing another fucking FA Cup final at Wembley? We drop PR and we drop the manager that 75% of the fan base wants. And
all the fan base want.
Right, and don't get me wrong. I'm completely happy and like out of the managers that we're linked with, give me Xabi Alonso. But I'm not going to believe them until they show me that they're going to go out there and get experienced players or players that he wants. All the narratives and all the things about coming out now about Xabi Alonso doesn't want X, Y, and Z player. I don't believe any of that shit because I don't think Xabi Alonso is having those discussions as we speak right now. Yes, the board might have those kind of things, and maybe that's their way to sort of let the market know that these players might be available. But what, like, you can't remember about 5 months ago, right? They made it right during the January transfer window. They said we're gonna buy more experienced players, and then what did they do the next day? They announced that we signed fucking Barco from Strasbourg,
So and Sar and
Sar, and then. So I'm just like, people just need to just look. I get the dopamine. I get the being excited. Everybody gets excited when there's a new manager comes in, and especially when the previous manager was some shit, right? Poch got sacked. We were all happy. Maresca came in. Some of us were happy, right? And so forth, so forth. I'm just saying, people just wait. Like, just have a little bit of fucking patience to see if they actually follow through on their word.
That's what we want to see.
Yo, do y'all ever wonder how scammers keep making money? Y'all ever wonder when somebody go, hello, this is Microsoft, and you have a problem with your computer? They ever be like,
fully done every day.
Chelsea fans, just get a Chelsea fan number, my nigga, and dial it. You will make money because there's a fool born every day, bro. The one thing about being old, like y'all niggas like to laugh at, you go through life and you see shit and you know certain shit don't change. The spots on the leopard don't fucking go away.
Yeah.
They have shown you who they are. But you niggas said, well, I don't know. Let's see. We got to wait till the summer. Y'all are like that woman who walk around with the black eye and you like, damn, what happened? Oh, my boyfriend did it. But once my eye go down, we going on a cruise. He buying me some clothes. Like what? Like, I know he hasn't started the job. So why the fuck have a show and talk about it? If I came on here and I started saying how Alonso's going to transform us and make us great, you know what all these cocksuckers would say? Yeah. But they wouldn't say, why are you predicting the future? I'm predicting what I think is going to happen. And what is it based on? I sat back. People asked me the other day, Jimmy, who's the best manager for the job? I said, Xabi Alonso is by far the best manager. We got him. As excited as I got, you know what I had to sit back and think? Damn, we still got the same fucking board. We have the same. There's no way I can be excited. No, all of us sat here and got just so mad about Egbali, and them other two dickheads, and it was the same thing year after year after year after year. I can use something as an example, right? And then I'll leave it like Arsenal. That's all this. The difference they made, the year that they actually look like they actually might win it. What did they change? The fucking
director.
sporting director. Because it's a reason every team knows who their sporting director is, because it's that important of a job. You can't name a team who has a shit board and then they fucking still successful. It doesn't exist. It does not exist. It does. All you motherfuckers be positive. You be positive. HIV positive. Go suck the dick.
Gabriel, here's my thing, bro. I've done it already too much.
Yeah.
And like this is what Jimmy said. Like, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me, brother. I have been a clip all year because I wanted to back the manager and say
they made you look like a fucking idiot.
The manager could do the difference. Yeah. I need to watch them make those changes that they are saying that they're going to. You can tell me that you've done that. Great. Show me. Show me.
Just wait.
Impact players coming in, and then we'll talk.
Just wait. But you know what? What's going to be like? People are going to find out real soon how much pull Chelsea still has. Right? We're probably no Champions League. A good probability of no Europe at all. I know there's some scenarios and there's some people hoping shit can change in the last 2 games and things like that. We'll see. But no Champions League. We don't pay big wages anymore. We have an age cap on who we get. So even though I think these sporting directors are trash, there's people out there. There's people that are telling these sporting directors what model they should follow. Iqbali, Bowley, those guys behind the scenes. The sporting directors aren't coming up with this policy by themselves. That's coming directly from the ownership and from the top, and then they're having to carry it out. So if you get rid of Sam Jewell and you get rid of Joe Shields and those guys, to me, there's nothing that prevents them from getting more people that just are yes men in terms of sporting directors and stuff like that. They need to be hit in their pockets, and they need to realize that, look, if we want to close the gap on Arsenal's, Cities, Liverpool's, and things like that, we need to move like those clubs. And those clubs, right or wrong, right? Everybody gets transfers right or gets transfers wrong with some players like Havertz and Madueke and all those guys. But they're going out there. We're not competing with it. Look at last summer when Florian Wirtz was available. He's young. He fit into the model in terms of being a certain age and a certain profile and having resale and sell on all that shit. We weren't even in that discussion under Roman. 100%, we would have been in there. We would have already had Osimhen. We would have already had all you top players.
These cucks in the chat. You motherfuckers, I realize what it is. I can tell the motherfuckers who got no life outside of football because y'all need all your news about football to be good. No, I swear to God, you need everything you hear about your football team to be good. Even though when it's right in front of you that is shit, you still say to yourself, nope, it's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. Bro, you can't talk a woman into being pregnant. Y'all know that, right? You gotta put your dick in and come inside of her. You can't talk a woman into.
I don't care how nice your game is.
Yo. You can't talk a football team into being good. They actually have to make the move.
They read the Bible.
They read the Bible.
Yeah, they're like these weirdo niggas. Oh, Maresca. You know what y'all can't tell me about Maresca? Maresca got me a trophy. 2. And y'all can type his name all y'all want. I don't give a fuck. He don't work here no more. I ain't here. You know what? I can show you your mother's shirt. Your mother on my shirt. Doing a fucking 630, nigga. You niggas is virgins. When y'all come off in here, y'all look at your Mason Mount posters, y'all Kai Havertz scoring the last goal, and y'all wank. That's what y'all niggas do. Y'all gotta hear all great, and y'all follow motherfucker. What's the little weirdo with the account, with the Chelsea account? Daily?
Which one?
Y'all follow fucking Daily. Yeah, fucking weirdos. The fuck out of here. This shit is trash. They fucking shown us over and over who the fuck we are. I don't give a fuck about the manager. When Liam Rosenior came in, back this fucking manager. You know what the difference is? No, nothing's gonna change. It's the same fucking sporting directors. And you fucking retards are gonna be in about week 16, 17, y'all gonna be talking about, oh, I fucking hate this Ed Barley and this Bowley and this, and then start spewing your anti-American bullshit and go another protest out there looking like fucking stooges. You dumb fucks. If you stop now, we're gonna end up in the same spot. Stop getting gassed because we signed motherfucking Xabi Alonso. So what? We got the same board. So now we got a good coach. Cool. That's cool. What the fuck are we gonna do when it comes to players?
That's all we care about.
In, pause, in and out. In and out. Because we got
what the fuck are we gonna do when it comes
a lot
to
of clearing out
players?
to do.
Players, bro. Players win games. Players. Alonso is a great fucking manager. You fucking weirdos think because I'm not in here like, we got Alonso, that mean I don't like him. That's nothing to do. Nobody's talking about the fucking managers. I can come here and talk about your mother's sweet, sweet vagina. Y'all gonna talk about, oh, but you still like Maresca. Like Maresca has nothing to do
in the whole conversation.
None in the conversation. Maresca. Like, yo, my nigga. What the fuck is wrong with y'all weirdos? Yeah. Yo, it's about the motherfucking board. If we got the same board, we're gonna sign top players this summer. Yeah, fucking right, my nigga. When have we done that? Why would you believe that?
Maldini, but I need to just see it first.
Yeah, I just need to see it, man.
Why would you believe we're gonna sign top players? Why? Let's talk about what we know for sure coming in. Barco,
and Mega,
Omega, Penders, and who else? And Quinda. That's who we know.
Yeah.
That's who we know.
For people that combine ages, like
see the striker list I brought up earlier.
Jimmy, you know our experienced players. You know who we're gonna get? Morgan Rogers.
Bro,
that's our experienced player. Someone like Rogers or Gibbs.
I'm gonna be Prime. I'm gonna be honest with you. If I'm Morgan Rogers, I'm not leaving to come to Chelsea Villa.
Our problem is not
next year.
They're in champs.
Oh, we got Incencio and these motherfucking all these scab ass niggas trash. None of those players I name I care about. None of them. Quinda is young. Green Quinda, but guess what? He's another young. Hold on. Who was the one at the beginning of the season that said slow down about Esteval? That would be one Jimmy. And what did y'all say? Oh, you're so negative. He's like Yamal. He's like Yamal is what they told me. Fucking Yamal.
Hey, Jimmy, you remember, you said that about Santos during the Club World Cup. Remember everyone crashed Maresca for not playing him. And you're like, Santos is not ready. He's not
ready. Slow down.
People need
to say that shit all the time. Like, yo, I get it. Y'all like the players. I like them too. But y'all be expecting them to do something that's the outlier.
Normal. Yeah. What Yamal is doing at Barca is not fucking normal.
It's not the normal,
He also had a full season when he was 17 as well.
Yeah.
So.
I'm like, yo, what the nigga said, Jimmy? What do you expect from Esteval? I said 10 G&A. Niggas said, yo, I'm bugging. Niggas said I was bugging when I said 10 G. I said if Esteval give us 10 G&A, that's a good season for a young player. Niggas cut. Please, somebody tell me how much G&A he had this year. Somebody tell me.
Let me see if he got to 10.
However, how much he had, guess what? It was enough. He showed he is exactly what we thought he was. But motherfuckers, 12. And that's a good fucking season.
Really good.
But these motherfuckers thought he would come
in England.
Come on now. Save us. I'm like, yo, bro, relax. Relax. Oh, yeah, Maresca ruined Palmer. Yeah, remember that one? Remember that one? When I told people, no. When I was watching him play, coming back saying, yeah, something's wrong with Palmer. Oh, Jamie, you don't know. I said, yo, something's wrong with Palmer. Don't look good. It don't look good. Then he had the final. Everybody, oh, mud on. You in the mud. You in the mud. Who in the fucking mud now? Who's in the mud now? I said,
you can't run.
Something is wrong with Palmer. I said it then.
And you can't run no injury excuse because he's out there moving and defensively, like Palmer's
like a madman.
Yeah.
Yo, if you watch Palmer defensively, oh my gosh, he's
doubling up on Doku on that.
Yeah, he is
maybe. You know what? Give Palmer next season a chance, isn't it? Like, I want to see next season another Alonso. If he
no one's saying we're not going to give him a chance. We're just saying
we're not saying to sell him
numbers
now.
like this season, then I remember a few years ago. I remember a few years ago when we see those numbers from Palmer, people compare him to Hazard.
Exactly. And what did I say? I said, relax. I said, he's not even Juan Mata yet. What did everybody say? Oh, I said, okay. I said, I watch prime Juan Mata at my club. Palmer ain't that. Niggas, now those tweets are still on my thing.
155 GA playing 7 competitions. That's stupid.
I want niggas stupid.
And he had a Euros and played all minutes the season before.
I think we got to tone it down. I think we got to turn it down for that world class conversation because I think that if he let's say next season.
Fair. No one's saying world class anymore. That died.
Yeah, that's out the window. Palmer got to get his shit together.
Yeah.
Palmer got to get his shit together this summer. If Palmer has a shit World Cup, I'm worried.
There's no guarantee he goes to the squad.
At some point, this shit gotta wear off.
Yeah.
It ain't form no more. It ain't form no more.
Because I heard people have been compared. Because I think back in November when we beat Barcelona, people saying that maybe Palmer's better than Yamal.
Bro,
they were running the Esteval. They were running the Esteval better than
no way that happened.
Surely not.
No, that's not every time.
I know, Jabo. I'm worried. I'm fucking worried about Palmer. Niggas be acting like see people sitting around wanting that player to play bad. No, but y'all can sit in la la land. I'm too old for that shit. I know what the fuck I'm looking at. I'm worried. He having a Dele Alli type fall off, bro. This shit is tragic. Yo, I'm gonna be honest. I'm surprised the rivals ain't going harder. If that was another team's top player,
the only reason why he escaped smoke is because Saka
we're about to find out. We're about to find out.
Foden's been shit. Yeah, they always been shit. Yeah,
at the end of the day, we're about to find out that whether Tuchel gonna call him or not by Friday. So it'll be interesting to see.
Genuinely not. So probably end up on the plane anyway because I'm.
Let me tell you something. If he don't make World Cup, that would be the best fucking thing.
He shouldn't make it though.
If that don't motivate him, first of all, he needs the rest. Let's not even front. He needs the rest.
Yeah.
And if that don't fucking motivate him, nothing will. So I hope he don't make the team because I don't want him to go play that bullshit. Personally, I don't want him. I don't want Reece James to go neither.
He's
I don't want one of them to
season,
go. But this is Reece James' last chance, so I get it with Reece. But Palmer, I don't want him to go at all. I get it with Reece.
Uncomfortable conversations have to be had by Reece James. And by the way, we saying boys, I haven't met you guys, bro. It's a pleasure meeting you guys for the first time, my bros. Reece James.
Yeah, they're looking like Lewis's little brother.
I'm about to say like Lewis's little brother, or what's going on?
How you copying my hairstyle, man?
Right?
So let's
thing 1 and thing 2 over here.
Prime. I know what you're doing, Prime. I'm
Let him go.
Okay.
If we start, we'll never end. It'll never end.
Yeah. Let's have some uncomfortable conversations about Reece James, innit? Reece James, listen, the guy, when he has a healthy hamstring, he's world class, innit? Yeah. But Reece James is not a world class midfielder. You know, I don't even think he's a great midfielder. I think he's a midfielder that can do a job there when we need him to. For example, if we're lacking players in the midfield due to injury, you know, and the big game is there, we can put him in there and he can do something for us. But if we're talking a bigger sample size, the guy's not a midfielder. And when you look at him, if Reece James was to play 7 games or 10 games in the Premier League at right back. Who here thinks his hamstring is not gonna go? Who here thinks his hamstring won't go the moment that he starts overlapping, putting balls in, busting a gut to get back, defending 1v1? It's gonna.
It all depends on the way you set up, because like the right back doesn't necessarily have to overlap. You could have that on the left side.
He doesn't have to overlap. He doesn't have to go forward. He doesn't have.
But there's been times where he's.
The problem is our left side is always like Alex calls stroke football. You're never getting nothing on that left side.
Yeah, but the thing is, even when he's played on the right side under Maresca, at times again with Liam Rossini, especially Maresca in the second half of last season, he was playing right back when Romeo Lavia was healthy, and there was times where he would still be getting injured. He'd be gone for a week. Precautionary. Sometimes we had to manage his minutes, and that's the thing that irritates me, because when we have to worry about Reece James always being injured and not being available for half the games a year, that means we have to rely on a guy like Malo Gusto for 30 to 35 games a season. Malo Gusto's a great second option when he's your actual second option. When he's playing as much as your starting right back, that's when you have issues. And bro, I think we have to bring in a quality right back to the level of Reece James. Somebody that we can rely on.
A quality right back to the level of who? That don't exist. What we mean?
To be fair, you're right. A quality right back, far better than Gusto, that can help us going forward.
Oh, well, now we can find that. Gusto is trash.
Yeah.
He's trash. He's garbage. Yeah. I think we can sell now. I hope Gusto have a good World Cup and they sell high and not think, oh, he's not it. Don't bring him back. I don't want to ever see him play for Chelsea again. He is garbage. Malo Bozo. That's a name I coined, and I hear it all over the place. I'm glad it's growing. He is garbage. He has to go. I hope he go and have a great World Cup, and somebody dumb go, let's go get him from Chelsea.
He has no positional awareness, can defend, can cross, can attack, can shoot.
The funny thing is, I'd probably keep around 7 or 8 players in this Chelsea squad today. The rest of them can all go. But you know, with Xabi Alonso coming in, I think we need to make 4 signings to really that's logic that we can. I think that we can actually get. That's attainable. And I made a video about it earlier. I'll tell you lot. I think the first signing that we should make is Lacroix from Crystal Palace. It's a very achievable signing. His contract is done in 2029 and he's on 50k a week. Yeah, if you go to Crystal Palace and give them 50 million and give that man 150k a week, he comes to Chelsea. He's played in Germany. He's played in Crystal Palace. In his first season at Crystal Palace, he won them the FA Cup, and now it looks like he might win the Conference League as well. The guy, people used to talk about Mark Gahey, but Mark Gahey, there was someone else a part of that. It was Lacroix. He was.
I like Lacroix. But he's going to cost more than 50. Like he's going to cost at least 70.
Well, I think.
I
think we can meet them in the middle around 60 million. And I think a lot of people would be happy with that, given the fact that we signed Flippin Fofana for 70, 80 million. Yeah. I think Lacroix is a good player, and also he's durable. He plays 35 games a season in the Premier League. He's played 35 last season. He played 35 this season. Secondly,
Fofana adjusted for inflation is 110.
I would look at Lacroix.
Wait, let's just name the players. Let's not go over how much they cost.
Secondly, let's stop fucking about and let's get a proper keeper, bro. Because I'm sick of it, bro. I like Sanchez.
I like your little brother, Lewis. I like
that. I'm sick of it,
Make
bro.
sure you're sub. There's links in the description.
Oh, Lewis is probably my age, innit? I'm sick of
How old are you, Said?
20. I'm turning 26.
2-year difference. All right.
Hey, stop slander. Hey, let him land. He's gonna slander. Let him land. Go
okay,
ahead.
yeah, bro. Rob Sanchez. I like Rob Sanchez, but I think he should be a backup, bro. I'm sick and tired. I'll keep him as a backup because he's good. I think he'll be good for the squad in terms of morale and
Get him out of here.
You said what? You said what?
I'd keep Rob Sanchez as a backup. As a backup. Oh, you lot want him gone.
Penders could be the
backup.
To be fair,
get me an upgrade and Sanchez can go. That's where I'm.
Yeah. I would bring in Mike Maignan. Okay.
Of course.
We messed up. We messed up because now he signed a contract until 2031. We could have signed him for 10 million. We messed up massively. It looks like we're gonna have to pay 30 or 40 million to get him. But bro, I do not mind. Okay, the man's a friend. He's a friend. He's the number one
price
for
was
the
20
France
though.
international team.
His price wasn't 10. It was 20.
No, when last season when we wanted him, when his contract was running down, I think. Oh no, sorry.
It was 20 and we offered 8.
We're only offering
Oh
8.
yeah, we offered
8.
10.
We offered 8. No, we only offered 8. We offered 8.
I'm rounding up. I'm rounding up.
Yeah. But 8. Yeah, we slapped them in the face with an 8, and they went.
Yeah. We took the piss there. We took the piss there. We could have got that done. I think we should I think we should spin the block, get that done, get that sorted. Bring him in, 30 years old, a character, plays for the number one for France. That will help us. And this one, bro, you lot might think it's crazy. It's flipping achievable. Get me Bradley Barcola from PSG, bro. The man does not play in the Champions League. It's always Doué, Savić, and Dembele that are always playing. Okay, in League One, he plays with Lee and Gonzalo Ramos. They get a lot more games because they bench the main players in the French league, because half the games you're going to win if you're PSG. It's just a matter of how much you're going to win. So you can entice him by bringing him to the biggest league in the world, be a starting winger for one of the biggest clubs in the world. I think he takes that. You know what I mean? He's 21 years old. He could take on a man. The only thing is he needs to work on his finishing. His finishing needs a bit of work, but I think Xabi Alonso could help him. Lastly, we need a midfielder because Romeo Lavia does not play for Chelsea Football Club. He plays for
hold that C-neck.
I'm done with that guy. I'm done with him. I don't care. I think he has 30 Premier League appearances for Chelsea in the 3 or 4 years that we've had him. I don't classify that as a Chelsea player. You know, that's the water bottle carrier. You know, that's what he is.
Do we know why he wasn't on the bench on Sunday?
I don't care. I don't care.
No, I'm just curious.
I don't know. He's had so many
quick.
injuries that I think everybody is past the point of caring, because the best ability, he's great. He's a great player, but the best ability is availability. Okay.
You got a slight knock.
The question is, who can we sign? Because Tonali, bro, we ain't signing him for less than 70 million. Same goes for Anderson. They're gonna be a lot of money. So who can we bring in? Yeah, that's played in the Prem. That's a good player.
Tonali.
That we can get for cheap. No, you get Mateus Fernandes from West Ham. That's about to get relegated.
I'm out on that. All your other signings, I'm cool with.
I take Mateus because that's an actual achievable signing. Because West Ham are gonna want to get rid of him. He's gonna want to go. He's gonna push for an exit. And West Ham, they don't have the bargaining power. They just got relegated, and a player wants to leave. So you can sign him for a good amount.
I disagree.
Mateus Fernandes was a player that looked like he actually has something in West Ham.
Gibbs White, maybe Barcola. I'll take that. Maybe a backup left back as well. Because I think that if that Cucurella rumor is true, then I think we do need another left back as well.
I don't think
but that's where Lewis Hall links are coming in.
But people don't realize if Xabi Alonso plays with wingbacks, that's going to be Barco as the backup left wingback.
I think Quenda might play there. Quenda's played there before in the past.
But you know what we need, because I think we need if like I'm not into like what the next 11 will be for a long. Like I'm fine with waiting until that motherfucker gets here. But what we do need is we need wingbacks that can actually, if he plays with a back five with wingbacks, we need wingbacks that can actually take a player on. Like as average. As I was gonna say real quick, Jim, as average as Victor Moses was, like as a wingback, he was good because you could get it to him out wide and the ball's not coming straight back and not getting recycled. He can actually take a guy on, beat him down the byline, whip across in.
But they already they put out the reports that said and I don't know how y'all be missing this. Like I've seen like 2 or 3 of them. He's not married to that formation.
He's
not
married.
He's not married to a back three. They keep saying that. Yes, he's not. I literally read that like 2 times.
He rarely did it around.
He's not married to the back three. And I would honestly say most managers are not married to a setup. You work with what you got. Like,
but Jimmy, it sounded like a hopium, but I wanted Reece James if he's in full healthy prime. I wanted Reece James to play that right wing back. But as it stands, I think he's a right.
Bro, he will last 10 games. He's done.
But you know what though, like people.
Hold on, wait. I think you say you overdoing it with the Reece James. And Reece James went over a year and some change without an injury. Like, so
he would have to be strictly 1 game a week if he was doing that.
But yeah, so even the last little injury, even the last injury he had, like he missed the same amount of games in the season that like the average player would miss in a season.
Would
6,
you say
7 games players? How many games did Reece James just miss? He didn't just miss like no whole 3-4 months or nothing. He just missed. I ain't even feel like he was going.
It was 2 months.
But how many games?
No, it was a month and a bit actually. It was
I don't even think it was no 2 months. Yeah.
Would you say that's because we were managing his minutes and he wasn't playing as such an attacking fullback as well?
No, he played 390 minutes back to back in 10 days.
Yeah, I'm about to say Reece. I think you haven't revisioned this. Reece James under Maresca, Reece James was playing a lot of football all over the pitch, different positions. So like,
no, Maresca was the one managing the minutes. Rosinha came in, did the 390 minutes back to back to back, and then he pulled up with his hamstring.
Dumbass.
That's what I remember happening because that was the PSG game. That was it. It wasn't Villa. It was PSG because he played the away game and he got injured in that one.
But irregardless, if you lot not want to.
Maresca was easing Esteval in when it started the season. And then what happened is under Rosinha, he played a lot, and then you eventually just killed him.
Esteval just had a ton of injuries in general because of how much he's played for his age. That's why I was saying first half of the season, don't rush him. Play him one game.
I was telling people, Jimmy, are you cool with the amount of minutes he playing? I remember the report. I'm like, yo, he came in on the red. Yo, Wolfie, big up Wolfie. I'm still here, bro.
Wolfie, man.
I said he came in on the red. I'm like, y'all don't remember the report? They said he's in the red. Like I
brought the chart with the amount of minutes he's played at the age of 18.
I remember you even did that.
Everyone.
Yeah, he came in the season in the red.
Because Brazil got that. Nathan, you probably know. Brazil has that shit where they play in the winter and they play
in the winter. Yeah.
They went straight from the end of their season to the Club World Cup.
Club World Cup. Yeah. Then he came to us. Yeah, that's why I'm like it's a plus. Pause. He's growing into his body. Like he's a young dude. Like people were freaking out because they saw the picture of him and his face looked a little bit fatter. And I'm like, yo, he's 19 or 18, turning 19. Like
that's exactly what happened.
You're gonna gain weight. You're gonna gain muscle, especially when you assuming Chelsea's medical department in terms of like the physio and in the gym is probably going to be better than Palmeires's, right? So you're going to get better nutritional advice, better weightlifting advice, better plyometrics and all that shit. So you're going to gain weight. But I never looked at Esteval as somebody that we all know he needs to put weight on his frame. How much and stuff like that. I don't worry about Esteval getting fat or, you know what I'm like, he'll grow into his body. He's got the skill set. He'll get a little bit stronger. He'll be all right.
When it comes to wingers that are like 18 years old, you're better off playing them one game a week. Even when Cristiano Ronaldo came through at Manchester United, he wasn't playing every single game.
That's why that's why Yamal tore his shit on a fucking penalty. When you have muscle injuries like that, it's usually an accumulation of fatigue and overwork. It's something like freak. But with Yamal, the amount of minutes that he's played, and everybody was saying it, but because Yamal is so nice and he's so good that people would be like, no, you can't manage his minutes because everybody wants to see him. He's putting butts in seats. He's selling jerseys and all that shit. But the reality is, if Barca doesn't manage Yamal and start putting the brakes on him a little bit, he's going to be fucked up. And plus, we know he likes to party and party anyways. So, let's see.
Yeah, it's not too serious, to be honest. Look, a winger, they just need to know how to position themselves to man and ball, obviously take their hit, obviously either stay on your feet or go down. This whole idea of being a really bulky, the Brazilian Hulk level of strength or Adama Traore is a bit blown out of proportion, if you ask me. You just need to have the IQ, the dribbling ability, the skillful feet, and just know how to take the hit. Look at someone like Eden Hazard, for his stature, right? People were constantly shocked. How's this man dribbling past 1, 2, 3 men and they can't get the ball off him? It's all because he just knew how to take the hit and go, or just how to, make sure they always foul him first. You know what I mean? Yeah, exactly. They always foul him first.
It's football, not foot gym, bro. I remember when Riyad Mahrez came to the league. I remember if you have you seen like Riyad Mahrez's legs and his frame. Do you know how skinny that guy is?
Yeah.
Like,
Angel Di Maria, anyone?
Yeah, bro. It's not about that, bro. It's just about your ability, your footballing intelligence, and your just awareness, bro. It's just it's literally your skill. That's all it is. It's about your talent, what you can do. Look at a player like flipping Anthony Alonso, who's in the gym every day. That guy's shit. You know, he's fast. Yeah, he's an athlete. He's an athlete, but this ain't about athleticism, bro. It's about your brain, bro. Your legs are just there to help you.
Yeah, that's facts, man. And also the manager as well.
Yeah.
But I will say, like, Xabi Alonso at least won't be losing every week with him, but like the cap is there. It's top 4 in a trophy.
Yeah.
Shall I be real? I think Glucose PR is on another level because I guarantee everybody here, if we were to win that FA Cup final, that doesn't get announced. And we're probably dossing about until June.
No, it'll be announced on Sunday, though. It'll be announced on Sunday.
I think
maybe they push it.
They would have let McFlurry bask in that shit.
I think we would have been dossing about until June. I'll be honest, man.
Yeah, you know what, Jimmy? That's a good point. They'd want with all the kinetic links and everything. They'd want him to have a few days in the spotlight.
Oh, of course.
They would have let McFlurry celebrate, and then they would have announced it.
Yeah.
When we lost,
maybe it would have been like the day of the Tottenham game or something.
Yeah.
Maybe they'll do it then.
Yeah, we gotta calm them down. They about to be up. We signed Xabi Alonso, and everybody like cups went, huh?
That's okay,
Even I did. I went, oh shit, and then I sat down. I thought about it that same evening. Like
you know that date,
still
19th of May.
Egg running the show. Bro.
You know that date, 19th of May, because it's our 14th anniversary of that first Champions League. Like it wouldn't be surprised if they announced the Alonso's appointment by tomorrow if we won the FA Cup.
Yeah, we just said that. Yeah, I could see that. I could have seen it done on the day. You could have that's another way to improve the atmosphere going into the ground. You won the FA Cup. Xabi Alonso's in. Everybody's going to be gassed to high heaven.
Also, let's talk about our atmosphere at Wembley, bro. I was impressed by our fan base.
That's the best Wembley crowd I've been in since 2017.
Salary.
My voice, I lost my voice. I still haven't recovered from Wembley, innit, bro?
This is what I was saying. Everyone who's saying, why are you protesting the cup final? Get behind the boys. You're an idiot. You can do both.
Hey, whoever wants a 60K
anything
stadium,
to take the
suck
fucking
your
heat
mum.
off of Blueco. You man would love anything to take the heat off them. It's a cup final. I don't give a shit. We got the protest put on BBC. I haven't seen it on there before. I haven't seen BBC ever speak about it. All the media outlets were talking about there being a protest before the final. That's why we did it.
Forget that. Who needs to?
Also, I don't know if you've seen with the protest as well. Then they've cancelled the one for tomorrow. So that turnaround bullshit ain't happening.
We got one game left. So what's the point?
I don't even understand the point of that protest. That should have been like a turn up in the 22nd minute one. But I'll be real. Even that's a bit of a bottle job. I'm gonna say it's a bit of a bottle job. I don't like the idea of it, but you even just cancelled it.
Forget that.
You could have switched it. Said, yeah, you know what? Just turn up on 22 minutes. Do that instead. We got it wrong.
Nice. Forget that. Who needs a 60K stadium?
No, I told y'all that's somebody that was leading this project is still fucking skeeting in their little fucking underwear over Xabi Alonso, and they like, nah, I can't protest at this moment. No protest. Now all of a sudden, no protest. Why no protest?
Yeah, look, read this part. We are always trying to gauge the mood among supporters and demonstrate our frustrations when the time feels right. And on reflection, we wish to take a step back and review our position over the summer before taking further action.
Why?
As you've called it.
Fuck out of here. Listen to the old nigga. That's your dad. Your dad is a loser because he had you. You niggas in the chat, you listen to me. Don't listen to your father. Your father's a loser. He made you. Now it's my job to fix you. Listen to me.
Wait, what? Wait, hold on.
This is what I mean when I say my biggest problem with not a project is that they only turn up when we're in a bad phase. There will always be a glimmer of hope following a promising managerial hire like Xabi Alonso. Why are you taking your foot off their neck?
I told you what signing the manager does. You stupid motherfuckers. Y'all niggas in the chat is the same thing as these protesting motherfuckers. They signed the manager and they like, okay, we good now. Okay, yeah, I told y'all.
And people forget that. Like
I literally just said this shit.
The news.
Hold on, KG.
Go ahead.
So I just got back. What is this? Sweet.
So
protest for tomorrow is
They've
canceled.
cancelled the protest for tomorrow because they don't think the timing is right.
Oh, Alonso. Hey, you blue go Cox. Amazing. Great. It's awesome. Awesome.
However, we know Chelsea Spurs are tired of this season and the loss of what a great feeling it should be following our club, and a demonstration at this point would not feel like the right timing. We are 10th on game week 37.
Lewis, can you send me that tweet, please? Thanks.
Yeah,
I told y'all what signing this manager was about. I told y'all. Oh no, you got. I told yo, what the fuck? I literally just yelled about this shit an hour ago, and everybody said I was going crazy. And look what happened. That shit, it reverberates through the whole fan base. When I seen this many people in the chat saying it, I knew that yeah, it worked. It fucking worked. The fan base fell for this shit again. People were supposed to see that Xabi Alonso signing go. So what? So what? That's what people should have said. So what? But once again, like I said, you wonder how the motherfucker who call you at 3 a.m. and tell you your phone is getting hacked and you need to send your credit card information and motherfuckers send it. That's what happens. That's how you got motherfuckers.
You see how they revised the timeline, right? Like they came out with a PR that said within 3 years we expect to be competing. Just 2 years ago, they told us within 2 years that we'd expect to be a sustainable title challenger.
These aren't footballing owners. These are politicians. Okay, they're just lying to you.
But that's why we're saying to people, yo, don't eat up all this PR that they're spinning about. We're changing the model. We're giving Xabi more power. And just wait and see what they do. If they do, I'll hold my hands up and say fair play. Look, they're realizing that they've made a mistake. My biggest thing with them was always Jimmy and I were talking about this yesterday on or 2 days ago on his watch along, whenever the fuck that game was, about they're not stupid people. You don't make that much money without being smart, but they're very arrogant and they don't want to own up to their mistakes and say, you know what, we made a mistake with hoarding all these young players. We made a mistake with Rosinha. We made a mistake with the approach. We're gonna tweak it. Whether or not they actually do it, that's all we're saying. People just wait. Just give them time. If they change the error of their ways and they tweak stuff,
Shall I be honest?
play.
I think they're just buying themselves time. I think that Xabi Alonso.
I do too.
I think they announced the Xabi Alonso thing an hour. Literally, I've never seen it. Like it got announced an hour after we lost the FA Cup final.
Bro, it wasn't an hour, bro. That shit was 5 minutes. The first report. I was on my stream. Literally minutes.
Yeah, because there was questions about
it wasn't even an hour.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Literally 5 minutes after we lose the FA Cup. 5 minutes after we lose the FA Cup. I think it was also to do. Yeah, I think it was also to do with that Tottenham game, and they didn't want that protest to happen. So
You know what it is? You know what it is? I think they should keep it
5:37 p.m. Right, it was literally half an hour.
No, do you know what it is?
No, that was the big announcement.
One second. Let's not get away with this, because that statement there by not Project CFC, they should have kept that quiet, because all of this now everybody's putting the spotlight on you.
No, good. I'm glad you've spoken. You've exposed yourself for everything I thought you guys were. You lot only turn up when we're in bad form. We don't hear you when we've got a good run of form or we've won a game or two, or even if we get Xabi Alonso. One good thing and everyone disappears.
Yep. It shouldn't be like
Zero
that. You gotta
consistency.
stay on the net. And that's why people saying, you be a negative. What do you expect? And like, Josh, I seen you just ask me if I wanted Marco Silva. Why would you ask me some dumbass shit like that? Because you just heard me say that them dropping the announcement of Xabi Alonso was clearly PR. They ain't got nothing to do with Alonso. I don't care who they announced. They dropped it conveniently when we lost. So it's the same. Their playbook to me is completely exposed. Now, when they say shit, I feel like I know what they mean.
Yeah, their credit score. Their credit score.
Read that shit for face value. Nothing they say I read for face value.
Absolutely, their credit score is in the bin, bro. These lot cannot be trusted.
That FICO is like 150.
Exactly. You can't trust these lot. You can't trust these lot, innit? You know what I mean? And the sad thing is, a lot of us sort of believed them when they first came in 2022. We gave them time, bro. We gave them ample opportunity. We're 4 years in and we're 10th. And I was thinking about it today, like Xabi Alonso's come in. Who's to say that they're going to give him money and stop this wage cap, though? You know what I mean? Who's to say that they're going to actually back him? I know they said that they would, but how many flipping owners have brought in a manager and sort of told a white lie about we will do this for you, we will do that for you, sign on the dotted line? I swear Spurs done that with Antonio Conte.
Well,
no, but look, but the track record.
Maresca was told they were going to bring in more experienced elite players when we got
the track record is there. They didn't back Maresca when he asked them for stuff. They didn't ask Poch, right? Like, even though we agreed with not backing Poch and not keeping the shitty midfield of Mount and Gallagher and all the English midfielders that he loved that just run around. But Poch left because of a disagreement with the ownership. Maresca left with a disagreement with the ownership after already being there. Normally, when you get into a relationship with somebody or organization, normally shit is at the beginning. You know what I mean? The cheeks are nice. You enjoying life, sweet talk, woo woo woo. But then when you start to really live with that person for a year, and that person starts saying, you know what, this nasty bitch, she don't put her socks away or dirty her panties in the fucking sink, all types of this crazy shit. And then you realize, then you go and you ask them for, can you fix up a little bit and give me what I want? And then at that point, with Maresca, with Poch, they both said, no, we're gonna do it our way. So just wait and see. I'm not negative, right? I don't hope for bad things. I
wouldn't say you're negative. I would just say that you don't trust these lot.
Yeah.
Like,
believe me, man. Like Jimmy, Fator, Prime, Lewis, like it's like anybody that's on panels, like with Chelsea, we've been getting cooked for like the last 6 months. Like there's nothing more than I want than Chelsea being back to the old Chelsea where we were ruining football, we were winning titles, we were the pride of London and all that shit. But until you start actually moving like the big club that we are, I'm sorry, I can't take you on your word.
Yeah, that's what it is.
And that's a fair thing to say, bro.
Seeing is believing.
You can't trust people just because they say something. If somebody's done something wrong 100 times to your face, and now they're sweet talking you and saying that they're gonna change, bro, you can't just take it. You can't take their word for it. You have to see it. I feel like, shall I be real? I'll tell you when I'm going to trust these lot in the month of August. Yeah, in the month of August and in the month of July. We'll see what these lot do. Because when that transfer window opens, you lot better get busy.
But they've decided to step back over just a managerial appointment.
It's not even that. They just
before we even get to the window. With all the promises. You've just heard all the promises and just thought, all right, they said they're bringing experience. All right, cool. Big up, guys. See you next week.
You know what was nasty? You know what was nasty work too? It was real quick, Prime. It was nasty work putting out all the different sporting directors and what they do for each of them. That to me, that tells me that they're already pointing fingers internally. Like, you know what? We know that the fire's starting to get hot, but look, the recruitment, that's Joe Shields, that's Sam Jewell. Commercial stuff, that's this guy, that's that guy. When I saw that, I was like, yo, they're already setting it up to have someone or some people be the fall person.
Yeah, exactly. And I've said this to Lewis before. I think their last card to play is to sack the sporting directors. But when they sack them, they're not going to sack them and change their ways. They're going to sack them as like a decoy to show everybody that they're changing. And they're going to bring the same data-driven profiles data-driven sporting directors in that do their bidding. I've said that before, and I think that is their last card that they're gonna play in a year or two.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong.
Shit goes left.
Lewis, this protest guys, I don't know what they're called.
Not a Project CFC.
Do you remember how I always say this about when Liverpool complain about FSG? I say this about United fans when they complain about the Glazers. These people don't actually care. It's only when things are bad people want to like protest and get angry. But why does it take
very hard to do a protest? Why? Be honest.
Why is it?
Organizing a protest.
My thing is like it needs things to go bad, brother. We are 10th.
Let me finish speaking.
No.
All it takes is Alonso being hired, 30 minutes after we've lost 7 domestic cup finals on the bounce, for people to now be optimistic and happy.
Bro, this is me adding to the point, though. Like, we're still 10th.
People who were because I saw things online. People who were crashing out as soon as the final whistle blew were now being optimistic because Alonso's here. Why does Alonso change things? I rate Alonso, but why does he change things? At best, he does what Jimmy's right.
Be honest, I think what changes it is the manager status.
But it doesn't change it because Jimmy's right. At best, Alonso does first year what Maresca did. He wants to do more. They don't let him do more, and then he gets sacked or he walks, which I don't see him walking because managers don't. The fact that Maresca walked away is weird. Managers don't never walk. Amram won one game on the bounce in that calendar year, and he didn't walk away. He got sacked. Managers don't walk. That's not a normal thing to do.
In a sense, Poch walked as well because he didn't want to get rid of Gallagher and Chalobah, and they were telling him, "Nah, they're going."
It's cool. But even when Poch left, as much as I hated Poch, I said when Poch left that the next manager has to work, and if it doesn't work, it's fully on the sporting directors. There is no saying, "Oh, because I hate this manager, I'm going to blame him." No, that's why I don't have vim for Maresca. I didn't like everything that he did. There are things that I was annoyed at towards the end, but I didn't have any vim for him because I know where
their manager turnover is actually crazy. I'm not blind. Bro.
It's worse than Roman's. Yeah.
Yeah, but Roman, you can't compare that to Roman even. No, Roman was attacking people because they weren't winning, and then he'd bring someone in, and then they'd win a major.
Yeah. Bro, Roman, at least
he was sacking with purpose. These lot are because their feelings are hurt, their butt hurt because Maresca's calling them out.
With Roman, no matter who, if we had Ancelotti or AVB, if we had Balak in midfield or Bakayoko, the aim was still always to win. That was still always the aim every season, to win, regardless of what we had. This ownership, that's not the aim. These guys waste money for the sake of wasting money, and then they complain about the fact of bro, apparently we have some restrictions this season or next season or something. I don't even know.
UEFA squad cap ones, but that depends on if we make Europe or
if we don't get Europe. I don't think we have to.
So for them, making Europe is a good thing, and not making Europe is a good thing then for them.
Yeah, if it's conference, probably I could genuinely see us just throw that back and say no.
Bro, to wait. And Lewis, again, remember a few streams ago when you guys were trying to get onto me by saying that if I'm looking at it from Alonso's perspective, him coming here, I think it's a bit of a red flag. Why? What? Like, hopefully things do change, but why are you choosing to come here when it's gonna crash and burn? Why?
I'll be real. I'm never gonna get it being a red flag. Him joining, I'm not gonna.
From his perspective, I'm thinking joining a crashing situation. I don't think it's a good thing, but hopefully it changes. Hopefully it does change, and people can come and say,
"Yeah,
hey,
but that's sort of a red flag on him." That just means like Chelsea's the red flag, not Xabi Alonso.
No, but what I mean is but it's a red flag on your decision making.
Not really, because if they tell him everything that he wants, if they agree, if he
this is what I mean, bro.
If it doesn't work, 9 times out of 10 they'll probably look at the club before.
No. Hold on. If you see it, if you see an attractive woman, but you know she's toxic, and you willingly get into a relationship with her, and things end up going south like it usually does, I'm going to question your decision making. And that's my point. I'm going to question his decision making by joining us.
You're going to question the decision for him to join us?
From his
Okay, but
perspective, yeah. From his perspective, yes.
yeah,
know,
look,
it depends
I
on
don't see how it's a red flag. I get you question the decision making. That I think it's a completely separate point to the idea of red flags and what they even are.
Okay,
That's
that's
basically
fine.
what I was
That's fine. From his,
Right.
for I still stand by what I'm saying.
Shall I be real? Do you know what would have gotten the whole fan
hopefully
base
things do-
on?
Hopefully things do change, but I don't know.
Shall I tell you what would have got the whole fan base on on these lot side if they decided to sack all 7 sporting directors and just appoint one good one,
Just one.
along
I
with the
agree.
Xabi Alonso signing?
I agree.
That would
No,
have
we've
been a
lost that for
statement,
years, though.
and that would have
Bro,
been us saying, "Hold on, now your actions are showing that you care." So
Saeed,
I'm behind you.
Saeed,
But they
that
don't.
would have been Saeed. That would have been better than hiring Alonso. If they had done that, got rid of everyone, all these sporting directors, these useless guys in
brought
charge,
one
got
in
rid of
like it's
everyone,
meant to
that is a better decision than just hiring Alonso. It's much better than just hiring Alonso.
And also, boys, you know when you have so many cooks in the kitchen, you can't get shit done. Like there's too many voices in transfers and recruitment and all of that. When the system is very simple, owner, sporting director, manager, it's a very easy chain, bro. But then when there's 5 or 7 people that you have to go through before you have to get to the owner, bro, how can anything be achieved? Bro, why do you think Real Madrid are so successful? Owner, Perez, manager. Why do you think why do you think Arsenal are doing well? Manager, Berta, Kroenke. It's simple. Sort it out, man. These lot. I don't think I'll ever be on their side as long as these sporting directors are here. As long as we have 5 flipping sporting directors, I will never trust a football club. That don't work. Can anybody tell me a football club that has 5 to 7 sporting directors and they actually achieve?
No one.
No
Maximum
one
at
does it.
least 2. Because if you look at the,
I don't even know which other club does this.
No, the thing is, we discussed this last night on the pod, the day after the pod, because we all do this sporting director stuff that we had. It's like I'm comparing it, looking at the other sports, like for example, the basketball. Like you got the GM, then you got the basically the head of everything, basically the coach thing. So ideally, like 2 is more than enough. Like having 5, it's like no one ever does this, even in MLS. Like even when I spoke to KC last night, like most of the teams that are in NBA or NFL, like they have only 2. 2 is the maximum. And
I've never seen this happen in football. I've never seen that happen in any other sports, and I don't think I might be wrong. If someone from the chat can correct me in it, but I've never seen a football club with 5 to 7 sporting directors ever achieve major honors. Sorry, never seen it.
And all the guys that you've hired have not been at big clubs before. They've not achieved anything.
And we've got the highest agent fees because they're flipping overpaying. They don't know what they're doing.
And then our only connection that we have to a big club in like
Brighton.
Joe Shields, we've signed fine Palmer, fair enough, I guess. But you've signed the Lap, Tossin, Lavia, he can fuck
We
off.
signed Palmer. By the way, we signed Palmer. That was more of a panic because
You just
No,
know John Stone's off his contract.
No, you can say Palmer's a panic. I'm just naming the players that Joe Shields has signed.
Yeah.
Like,
But you know what it is? I always like to look at people's intentions, innit? Like they wanted Elise, they fucked that up, and then they got Palmer, who before that didn't even play 10 Premier League games, so you don't know what you were gonna get.
Bro, Saeed, the only reason I said this like when I first joined the stream today. The only reason Alonso signed for us is because Liverpool didn't get rid of Slot. So we have a free run to him. They would have fucked up this Alonso deal, just like they fucked up with Olise and Osimhen. They would have fucked this up.
Apparently, we're linked with Osimhen again as well. I don't know.
Yeah.
Graham Bailey.
You know what's crazy?
In the bag.
You know what's crazy? It's even easier to get Alonso to get Osimhen this summer than it was before. He doesn't have his crazy agent anymore, and you're not negotiating with Napoli. It should be easier in theory to get him.
But regardless, but the thing is, even if you want a top player, like, are these not going to break that 200k threshold that they're not willing to break? Like, are they going to do that? Because the way Chelsea used to be, we'd have like 3-4 players in that 200k bracket. Like, I remember at one point we had Kante in there, we had Hazard in there.
Yo, man, if you want
somebody else, maybe.
Other than Leicester in 15, 16, which by the way, the Vardy Netflix special is a good watch.
It's out.
Other than yeah. Well, at least here in the US, I don't know about I don't know about over there. But get a VPN and link in. I know you got one for Batty Hub anyways, Prime.
What the fuck is that, man? Crazy, brother. I don't do them things, bro.
Fuck. Oh, I was gonna say. I forgot what the fuck I was gonna say.
Batty Hub.
No, you have to pay for players, man. Every team that wins titles, their payroll is top 2, top 3.
What's going on?
Yeah, you have to pay. You have to pay good
Like
money, bro.
like Liverpool.
Common
paid-
sense.
Yeah, Liverpool paid what Salah, Van Dijk, top players, top money. Man City, like Erling Haaland, what's Erling on? Like 500K if not more under the
his
table.
add-ons, his like what's it called? His like goals and all of that.
Bro, and
those percentages are crazy.
And we're trying to win stuff on a budget. Like that's never been the modern Chelsea philosophy.
Not
And to be
only
honest
that.
with you- Well, go,
Not only that,
go
we're looking at players based off data. Again, the eye test. You just need to look at players what they do on the pitch more times than not. Tells you the type of player they are. Not some stats like, oh, he got 6 goals
Or
in
even
like
just a
8
mix.
games. Whatever.
No, but data also sometimes shows. Shall I tell you why? Yeah, when these lot signed Alejandro Garnacho, that same season he was the second worst dribbler in the league. He was the second worst dribbler in the league. So what data were they looking at?
The same data that brought them Pedro Neto when he was right next to Garnacho on that same list holding his hand.
Chat GPT
But
data.
that was also
that's
his
what they're
agent,
looking
George
at.
Mendes, list to be
Yeah,
fair,
like-
peddling his players.
Gemini AI.
Mendes?
Gemini AI. Chat
That's
GPT
probably why Marco Silva still made 3rd on the final list.
No, just look at the wingers that you could have got in the league. Ndai, Matoma, any of them are better than that guy, Garnacho. And it actually shows because they had more goals and they had more dribble completions. They had more successful dribbles. So sometimes, like, when I know these don't like to talk about data, bro, but I feel like it's just bullshit. I feel like they just look at
No, sorry. Jabba was actually cooking. That's what they were looking at. They were looking at the positions he gets into and the amount of shots that he takes per game. They ignored the 30% like crossing completion rate and his horrible passing percentiles and all of his dispossessions.
But you know
So
what's
you're telling me
crazy
they're
about
looking at
hold
shooting
on.
volume to sign a winger? Oh my god!
Hold on, but Lewis, you said his shooting was 30% or something, right?
No, that was his crossing.
What was his shooting thing that you just mentioned?
I think the shots taken were high, and obviously the conversion rate and shots on target were all relatively low.
You know what's crazy about the shots being high? Like Flawless kept saying this last season. This guy went 20 plus games without registering GA.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
you're
'cause he
getting
just
all
gets
those,
the ball
you're
and
getting
stands
all those, like, getting all those shots off, and nothing's coming of it.
Bro,
So
it's not
good.
even when you look at the signing, how they chose to like. Basically, we had Nicholas Jackson there. We bring in João Pedro, but remember, João Pedro came in not as a 9. Delap came in as a 9. So they were willing to let Nicholas Jackson go for a striker that played for Ipswich with no pressure. That scored about eight open plays in the 8 open play goals in the Premier League.
They signed the
Bro,
worst
that
option.
just shows me that you're not.
They signed the
you
worst
don't wanna go
option
forward, you wanna keep doing what
every
you're
in the
doing.
attack, bro. They signed the worst option every in the attack. Whatever it's Gittins, Garnacho, or Delap. None of these guys should have been here.
Yeah, and
Remember
also,
before
like-
we signed him, Lewis, I said this guy Delap is gonna flop here, and then people
Mhm.
said, "Oh, his numbers are gonna enhance." Yeah.
It don't work like that, bro.
But my thing is with Garnacho, yes, you have the data, but were you not watching the league for the last 3
Bro,
years? Like,
which data? His numbers were never remarkable though.
Oh, no.
The data was constantly on just like shooting because
Yeah,
they
yeah.
wanted a goal scoring winger.
for his age group. Like,
But why
he
don't
was
you look
in.
at the numbers of goals he scored instead of the numbers?
That's
of
what-
he
Because that would be a very
They're not
logical
normal.
thing to do.
They're
Carl.
not normal. They're not well.
Or just watch the games. Like he played for. It wasn't like he was playing for fucking Ipswich, like the lap. He was
Big
playing for
upside.
fucking Man United. Man United's on TV every fucking week for the last 30 fucking years. Just
Mate,
watch
the day
the
that
game.
first link dropped, there was a United Europa League game. I went to watch it. I had to switch off in 30 minutes because Garnacho missed from 2 yards
Bro.
with the goal right in front of him.
Well, it's not
and no
even
one
only.
in the net.
It's not even only Garnacho, man. Even Gittins is shit. Nobody even talked about Gittins. Gittins just went under the radar because that guy is just a scrap, bro.
Look. See, that's 100 million that you just spent, okay, on two wingers, and I think together their contract is probably about 200k.
Yep.
Why don't you go get a decent winger and pay him 190k?
Like a Varashelia, for instance.
No, but Saeed, not even that. Chuck it back.
I would have loved him, man.
Remember, we wanted Garnacho last January, 2025. We wanted him in January. You know who was also available to sign that January? Kvaratskhelia and Napoli.
Yeah, I would have loved him at Chelsea.
He was
bro.
also available. This summer or last summer, Lookman was available.
That's why, bro. This is why I'm getting pissed off. I'm looking at who's available: Ndai, Barcola, Lacroix. There's so many options this window, bro. If these lot fuck about and don't get two centre backs, I know what they're gonna do. Firstly, they're gonna go get Jean-Paul Van Hecke from Brighton, and I don't want him. Okay, I don't want him.
I don't want him as well. I wanted
Murillo.
Murillo.
No, I don't want Murillo. I don't want Murillo
as well.
Father, I don't want Murillo because one, Murillo's left-footed, and two, the guy's about 6 foot tall. I want a tank, bro. I want a general.
Well, Milinkovic then.
I know
what you mean. You're right though, because if there's a situation where like Alonso does play three at the back, and if three of the center backs are Colwell, Reese, and Hato, all of those guys aren't great in the air, and none of them are very tall in a league that is moving towards more physicality.
And Murillo, and also like look at long balls, what it's done to us this season, bro. I want Lacroix. I want us to be strong from set pieces. I want to be strong from
right. We need bro. Like none of our center backs are like good area.
They're not a presence. You need a presence, bro.
That's why that's part of why we're so bad from set pieces. We have no.
And also, like with Murillo and Colwell, two left-footed players in a back four can't play together. I would rather than get a Lacroix.
If we play a left wing back, would you take Nico Williams from Forest then?
No.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's not just size. I think Chelsea needs quality, bro. None of our defenders are like world class.
Yeah, it's quality.
You could argue that Colwell has the potential to be, but other than that, these guys, man, I don't know, man. I wouldn't even take them for like a top 10 team,
bro. And you know, sometimes when I watch Lacroix, bro,
they're not remarkable, bro. They're not. When you used to watch it, we used to have Terry, used to have all these guys. You look at them and you're like, okay, that's a defense. When you look at these guys, man, come on, man.
And also sometimes, like, boys, we need to look at impact, like the impact of signings, bro. Like Murillo's been at Forest for a few years now, but Lacroix just came to the league from the Bundesliga. He was doing well. I think it was at.
Not sure. Not sure.
Could have been at Wolfsburg. I'm not too sure. But he comes in, instant impact. Yeah, he gets them 7th. He gets Crystal Palace 7th. He gets them Conference League, and he wins the FA Cup. This following season, even with Mark Gahey going, even with Oliver Glasner checking out, he could still win them a Conference League.
Yeah.
I'd take Lacroix. I just think he's going to be the most expensive one of the lot. So I just don't know the realism.
Really?
Of it, but
I'm not so sure. I mean, with our previous dealings with Palace, I'm not so sure actually. Yeah.
Bro, and I still think they need two elite attackers, bro. I think we need attackers. We need good attackers. Not Garnacho in the laps.
I wanted a 10. I wanted to play someone as a 10. Then we can have Cole Palmer on the right.
I don't want a 10.
No,
bro. I'm done.
I rather play.
We do need 10. We do need 10.
We do need a 10. I would rather see Cole
Palmer. Or Lewis, like somebody like a Hazard who can play as a 10 and on the left wing, man. I'll be real, man. Because I lost faith in our left wing completely, man.
Gibbs White is that type of player. Gibbs White.
I'd rather us play with 8s and
higher level than that, bro. Higher level than that. I think we need to start signing
with 8s
Chelsea
and
level
proper
players
wingers and a proper striker.
Gibbs White, Barcola, like there's loads of them, man. Like, you can sell Neto for profit and then get.
Now, Barcola would be a statement signing on the left-hand side if they had the bollocks to do that one, but I doubt it. And you'll have a ton of clubs looking at him as well.
Why would Barcola be a statement signing?
Because he's a good player, bro.
Proven left winger. I think he's PSG's highest goal scorer in League One this season.
I don't think Barcola is not that good. There's a reason why.
Here we go with the prime.
There's a reason why. There's a reason why he's not, bro. He doesn't start in their best 11.
Yeah,
because they have a lot of superstars.
But that doesn't mean he's not good.
Bar-
That doesn't mean he's
Shelly
not good. Though.
Bro, you got
Yeah,
what?
yeah.
You got Duek, Varskelly, and Dembele, man. You think you
Bro,
start
it's
ahead
not
of him?
his fault. It's not his fault.
Bro, you have a team. We have a team that guys like
Big up the second guy.
Gittins and Neto and Ganacho starting.
Second guy.
You know it is. Bro, Barcola's a massive jump compared to all of our wingers, bro. That's a massive
That's
jump.
fine, but that's not hard to do.
Do you know
But
what
I
it is?
want real,
With-
but I
Yeah,
want
but-
real, I want real like proper quality, not just Barcola.
Mhm.
I think Barcola is that quality though.
I think he's got, bro. You know, he's just, you know, I thought he was 25. I think he's 21, bro. He's only 21. That's
Oh,
one thing
that's the way the club likes him, man. Barely legal, bro.
Yeah,
That's
bro.
how they like him.
Bro, like, and you know it is. His numbers are good, and you know, at the age of 21, you expect the finishing not to be there, but bro, the creative spark is there, the close control is there, the pace is there, his ability to take command. And bro, I've seen him perform against Liverpool. I've seen him perform against big teams in the Champions League and have games. Man City as well, I believe, a couple
Mourinho
seasons
is in Real, which means Rodrigo is not gonna stay at Real for long, man. I would do a.
Would you take Rodrigo off the back of that injury?
Yeah, I would. Well, I think Chelsea needs quality, bro. We need
But-
quality players, not just.
What do you guys think of Leao on the cheap? Because I know Barca are trying to sell him.
No, I don't want him. I don't want
Not
him. He's
Barca,
very-
Leao.
I don't want him. I don't want him. He's good in open space. He's not good against a low block.
I don't want him. No.
He's not good against
Yeah,
a low
the
block.
low blocks is usually my biggest question mark, but I just think like
But we also
Bro,
need somebody
next
good.
season-
No, look,
next
I hear that, but we need somebody who's good on the counter attack as well. How many chances we get at counter attack with just?
Barcola's good at
goals
both.
man?
Barcola's good at both.
No, listen. I'd rather Ndai than Barcola.
We're not getting in die. I don't think we're gonna get. I don't think we'll be able to.
yeah, we
afford
can have a
Ndiaye.
chance at Ndai.
I don't think we'll be able to. Wait, let me check how. Let me
Test
see
the
how.
waters. Test the waters, though.
I got
Maybe
the
Yildiz as
laptop
well.
here. I'll check Ndai's contract. I'll see how long he's got left on it.
Yildiz then. Yildiz also as well in the market.
No, I don't want Yildiz, bro. I don't want Yildiz. I don't want him. I want proper wingers, fast wingers.
I mean, there's lots of potentials out there. Like
Bro, and they need to get rid of all this nonsense they signed. The
subject
Delap,
49, subject
Gittins,
7, subject number 9.
all these guys, Ganachos, just pile them up, man. Pile them up on
Even on Leao, that's also a great opportunity to throw a left winger over there. I'd be like, yo, what do you think of Garnacho, mate?
Okay, so Ilman Ndai's current contract is a
I'd be like,
5-year contract.
reject offer, man.
Maybe Pedro Neto, he's got a bit more of like to talk
got
about.
Neto, I think we could get rid of because I think there's a player there.
Lewis, I just
other
got
guys,
Ndai.
man, now,
For Leao, love.
Man, nobody's taking
Send
him, man.
Garnacho to Arsenal, man. We always
They're
send
not that
our
taken,
squad
man.
to Arsenal, innit?
Hey, Lewis. I got Ilman Ndai's contract here. He signed a 5-year deal for 11,000. Oh, that can't be.
When does it expire? When's it
His
expire?
contract expires 2028.
So you got 2 years left. Yeah, you could definitely have a punt at him. Therefore,
Yeah.
like, just ask them what player they want. They've got interest in Liam Delap. They've got probably interest in Tyreek George. Pick one. You can have both, in fact.
And Garnacho.
And Ndai.
And you know what? If West Ham go down, you can have Disassi too. Love.
And
Yeah,
and
West
Ndai
Ham might
can
go
play-
down, yeah.
And
Yeah.
Ndai can play on the left. Ndai can play on the right. He can play in the 10. Rather have him over Barcola.
You know, the funny thing is, we haven't signed a centre back since Disassi, bro. This is a problem. We need to sign centre backs. That's the
Sound
first thing.
Disassi, man. Sound
It
You know,
seems
it-
like we will. Again, it's briefs, but there ain't no way you fuck up and don't get a centre back again. Like
Bro.
you're stupid. You even for my low expectations for you, there's no way you don't bring centre backs to summer.
Yeah, but
There's
they
no
might.
way.
What if they bring like a Senesian?
Is it
I'll
a
be real,
game
man.
changer? Is it a level raiser?
Right?
though?
I think this
Senesi's
Chelsea.
very good on the ball. I think he's very neat and tidy on the ball. I feel like we need a general, and I don't
We
think Senesi's a general.
We need five new upgrades in the
I
team, man. We
need
need 5 new upgrades
someone
in the
that
team.
has the captain material badge on
Yeah,
on,
bro.
on their top
No,
left.
but I'm telling you, everything that you want from a centre back, you'll find in Lacroix. A leader, a winner, a unit, good aerially, good across the floor, good on the ball.
Good, get Lacroix then.
And he's available, bro. His contract finishes 2029, bro.
Apparently, people in the chat saying he's going to Spurs. He has an agreement with Spurs.
If you think even with this ownership, we're not losing a signing to Spurs, bro. That's not
But
happening.
we already
No,
did
but-
with Xavi
Bro,
Simmons.
Xavi
Oh, yeah.
Simmons.
No,
Bro, I was happy we lost that one. I was happy
No,
we
they're
lost that
talking-
one.
they're
No,
talking
but
about-
don't remember the key word from that. we have a good relationship with Tottenham now, so we're not gonna get involved.
What does
in
that
their
even mean, bro?
deal."
What does that even mean? We have a good relationship, so we can't buy or sell them player. I don't understand it.
Yeah, that's
Don't
in
wanna
like
piss them
we're
off,
not gonna
yeah.
get involved in their transfers and try to hijack them because we're all friends. We're all buddy together.
You know what? I think these owners are finding out the hard way. There's no friends in football, bro. Everybody's taking from everybody.
Don't worry, let them.
If they even learn.
Let them. They're,
I mean,
they're
I think we
naive.
touched
They're
upon
naive,
Xabi
man.
Simmons, to be fair.
I'll
Yeah,
be honest,
that
man.
thing
I wouldn't judge any of the Spurs players right now because they're having a shit season. I'll wait until next season to see what's going on.
I was advocating bringing Van der Ven, but then I remember that he plays the left centre back behind Colwill. So
Mickey Van der Ven? Nah, bro, that guy's not that good, man. He's just fast, man. You know, bro, like I think somebody said it, bro. If he was black, no one would rate him. It's just because he's white and he's so rapid, bro.
Hey, brother, hey, facts. You know what they'd be calling him if he was black?
Ooh, that would do. I want to be against that.
Hey, Konate.
No. I mean, yeah, no.
I wouldn't want Konate, man.
Really?
No, I think his confidence just in the bin. He hasn't had a great year. Signing him off the back of that, you know.
Yeah, but that's a year, and like, you could put that down to slot tax, man. Slots just ruined everybody over there.
Probably, yeah, but I don't know.
Now you look at that Liverpool team this season.
Put it this way. When I see Konate, I see him as more of a 1B, not a 1A. I don't see him as the leader, as the general, as the conductor, as the marshal. I feel like that's what we're lacking.
Yeah, but bro, Colwill's that 1A.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
I don't know.
Why do you think Nana's saying Fofana's suddenly starting to look good because Colwill's now next to him?
No, but Cole is developing into that.
Fofana's going. I hope that guy
I don't
goes.
think, but I don't think like Konate would be it.
The man dies on 45k a week, by the way.
Yeah, another reason why we should get him die.
Yeah, Jabbo, he's free as well. Like, yeah, run me Konate, man. Love.
Nah,
I'll take that. I'll do.
Okay, I'll take Konate only if we get another centre back. I don't just want one, bro. If we get one for free,
yeah, bro. Like, I want a complete overhaul of the back line.
Absolutely.
So I'm like, get me the freebie.
What are you guys? What do you guys think of Diomande? Usman Diomande.
Looks like a good talent. And I don't really mind like centre backs in the Bundesliga because you're playing in high lines and like basketball football most games, so you can handle chaos.
Usman Diomande can play in the middle of a 3, can play on the right of a 3. He's been playing in a 3 at Sporting. I'd bring that up. Someone, and also that's assuming we're playing a back 3 with
No, sorry. Yeah, he's fucking Lisbon.
He's Sporting Lisbon. Yeah, you think about you think about the winger.
Yeah, my bad. I got the Diamandes wrong.
Not play a 3. There's young Diamandes as well.
I thought Diamande was young. I thought he was like 20 years old. He's 22.
Diamande is. I mean, that's still like fairly young too.
Yeah.
Oh, it is.
That's still very young for. That's young for a centre back. Yeah, it's young for a centre back.
Yeah, like, I've completely forgot about that. If Konate is off on a 3, I'm pushing all of the prop.
But yet again, what the fuck are we doing with the likes of Mamadou Sarr and obviously Anselmino? I know Scott's probably rolling his eyes right now, but like we still got these young centre backs as well. What the fuck are we doing with them? You know what I mean?
Hey, Anselmino, get some fitness in your legs and go Strasbourg.
And don't even get me started on Josh Achim.
Wholesale, all of them will get us some proper players, bro.
I'm sorry for wasting your time, man. Just go and play.
Free Josh.
I'm not even sorry, Lewis. Fuck these guys, man. Whoever told him to go
Josh, how about this? You could have given him like all of Tossin's minutes, and he would have come off better for that. There's no reason for him to be playing the lack of minutes.
I don't know, man. I don't want any of these guys at Chelsea, man.
You know what I would do if I was a sporting director, bro? I would get Joshua Changpong. I'll go to Crystal Palace. I'll say, I'll give you him. I want you to reduce that bill for Lacroix. I'll buy Lacroix. I'll give you him, but I want a buyback clause on this kid.
Yep.
I want a buyback clause.
You know what's funny? We should have done that last summer.
We'll sell on clause.
That's what we should have done last summer. That's the crazy thing.
I mean, Alonso's the
I'm not
manager, yeah,
joking.
he's not the
I think
coach.
I'm a
so
better
we'll see
sporting
what's gonna
director than these lot. I think I'm
Yeah,
actually
he's
a
the
better
manager,
sporting
Kai.
director.
That's what
You
they told us.
probably are.
Is Tyreek George? That's a loan, right?
Yeah, Everton.
That's a
Is
lot.
it an obligation?
Nope. I don't
So
even
it's
think
straight-
there's an option.
It's just a straight
I
loan.
don't
That's
even think
crazy.
anyone's gonna want him.
That's crazy. It's crazy.
I think if they loan them out, I think they want to get rid of him. I don't think they want to get.
No, but what I mean is you can go at Everton, go get Ndai, plus Tyreek George, cash.
Yep, and I'll throw in a Disassi or a Delap too, seeing as they
throw
want
in
the
the
lap.
lap. Yeah, throw in the lap.
Man, you know what, Lewis? I have such a big smile. Man.
Send the lap to Kazakhstan.
I told you so.
man.
From the lap is crazy, man. It's
Yeah,
been
we've got
marinated for 7
Emmanuel
months.
Omega as well coming in as well.
I hear
man.
it, but
Yeah,
I don't
Omega's
think
coming in.
even like the. Did you even think he'd be this bad though? Like, brother's
I,
gonna
you
end
can,
on
you can even look it back. I said he'd be lucky if he gets 5 goals and playing for Chelsea, bro.
But he got one
look
goal.
back
And
at
I was
it.
like,
Wait, Lewis, were you part of the crowd saying that he's the next Harry Kane?
No, Lewis didn't say that. To me.
Hell no.
Okay.
It was
Lewis,
just,
Lewis.
Say that.
it was just.
I said
he's
he
gonna
might
be better than Osimhen, bro.
I said he might
man.
do more than 12 league goals,
Yeah,
seeing
yeah.
as we're gonna have more of the ball and make more chances per game than Ipswich.
And I
That's
said,
what I
Lewis,
said.
and I said,
Lewis,
you remember what I said, Lewis? They said he's gonna enhance his numbers because he's playing for a better team. I said actually it's the opposite because now teams are not gonna play Chelsea the way that they play against Ipswich. They're gonna block him. They're gonna close him down. He's not gonna have the space that he has, and that's what happened, man.
That's yep,
Hey, Lewis,
exactly as you call.
Lewis, on average, we've played about, I'll say 58 games this season. Yeah. How many have you been able to go to this season?
I've probably done like what 10. I've been
Okay.
to the bridge
How-
about 4 times.
How many? Okay. How many times have you seen Liam Delap score a goal?
Dude, I was
seen
lucky
him
to be at that
score
Barca game.
I've seen him score one, bro. I've seen him score one, and that was at Fulham. I've seen him score
Did they have a bet with Vatura? I don't know, man. Did they have a bet? I don't know.
Same,
People
I only
check
had
them.
No, it was
I don't know.
it was with Joey.
Yeah, Joe,
with
it was
Joey.
18 goals, 18 league goals.
Yeah, bro, it's crazy. Like, bro, really, people
Would you not
really rated the lap, bro. Like half his
Bro,
goals.
you don't remember
half
how
his
much
goals
people
were
were sucking up these owners before when they first.
Kai,
You
Kai,
gotta
Kai,
remember how low Nicholas Jackson stocks were at that time as well.
No, Kai. Half of Delap's goals last year were pens, and I remember doing the stats at the end of last season. The goal tally he got last year is only one better than what Morris got at Luton the year before, and Delap took half of the pens. Like I don't rate him, but people were telling
Bro,
me he's like Harry Kane.
I could just look at him and know he has no technique. He has nothing to his name, bro. He's just English and white, bro. That's it. He has nothing to his game.
But because
there is
but
nothing
because
about him that is special.
because
he doesn't have a
bullied-
good first touch.
Because
He
he
doesn't have a
bullied
heading ability.
Fofana or Chalaba or Tosin or whatever, whichever our centre backs it was, because he bullied us. All of a sudden, he's good. No.
Yeah, but everybody
Yes.
bullies us, man. Everybody
Exactly.
bullies us. No,
He's ass.
it's not a big deal, man.
Everyone's hatred of Jackson blinded them.
No, I still think Jackson is shit. I still think
No,
Jackson should
no,
never
but
come
Kai,
back to
Kai.
Chelsea. That's
No, but Kai, that's fine. That's not my point is though. People hating on Jackson just to say Delap is better. No.
No, I didn't want any of them. I said like we need Osimhen and somebody in that caliber.
Yeah.
And people say he's gonna be a better prospect than Osimhen, which is crazy to me, man.
You know,
That's wild, bro.
In a way, yeah, we basically need a rebuild, innit? Let's be honest, we need a rebuild here at Chelsea.
Yeah, bro. Of course.
The question is, where do you start from? Because Jurgen Klopp was a weird one because he started rebuilding Liverpool from the attack with Firmino, Mane, and then Salah and Wijnaldum and all of that. He started from the front, which was very unusual. Then Robertson and Trent came through, and Van Dijk and thing were the final touches. Where does Xabi Alonso start? Does he start from the back or does he start from the front?
Why was it unusual though? Because they had a pretty decent midfield when he first started. And
No, in terms of
their attack
defense,
was just shit, man.
Who? The Jurgen Klopp.
Yeah.
I was surprised that he didn't start from the defense because when he was there, I think it was the last season before he came in, they conceded the most goals from set pieces. They were horrible. They were conceding so many goals, and everybody thought he has to start with the defense because that's why.
Yeah, but they push from the front. They always press from the front. That's why. Gegen press is always. Which kind of Xabi Alonso kind of play similar kind of also like a pressing football.
So it should be interesting. Where's he gonna start?
Yeah.
Lewis, can you play?
I'm just happy it's none of these fucking retards with glasses, bro. They usually sign, man. All these guys with the same resume
Lewis,
as me in football, bro.
Can you display that to the public, please? The one that I've sent you in the group.
What do you mean to the public, bro? What are you,
What?
the mayor, man? Just say to the chat, bro.
The one that I
public.
sent you in the
Goddamn.
group, the stream group chat. Can you display that to the public, please?
Oh,
we need to dissect this. We need to dissect this.
The lapse is.
Hey, Jester is my guy. I like Jester, but Jester, you had a wild one with that one. You arguing he's better. He's gonna be better than.
God bless
than Osimhen, bro.
Jesters, but yeah.
No. There's more to it. The lap will slap. Chapter verse 20.
The only thing he slapped is my will to live, bro. Fuck that guy, man. One of the, if not the worst striker I've seen at Chelsea, bro. I don't think even Timo Werner was
Jesters
guy,
chapter 4
bro.
verse
The post
20.
is unavailable. Even Blue Dodger deleted it, bro.
You know, that's actually an achievement to be the worst striker that you've seen at Chelsea, because we've had some horrible strikers.
And I can't, bro. Timo had better numbers than him. Everybody had better numbers than him.
Batshuayi was bad.
I'm not even gonna entertain the
Morata was
Torres stuff
bad.
because Torres was still a better player than him. At least Torres had the first touch and grace, and he was like
Spanish
calm on the
though.
ball.
So
Yeah,
you know what? Not
yeah.
Chelsea fans hate Torres. That's one thing that I've learned.
Bro.
I don't think anyone hates Torres. They just know it was
Yeah.
unfortunate what happened to him, innit?
You know how bad Delap is? Delap, when I first
Cost us
saw
50
Delap,
mil.
when I see Delap play football, I feel like a Make-A-Wish kid just got to play with a Chelsea team, bro.
Bro,
And I'm not
when
even
Yo,
exaggerating.
I had to watch us end an
That's how bad he
FA
is.
Cup final with Neto, Garnacho, and Delap up top, and then
Same,
2
bro.
days later,
Same.
fucking not a project CFC is telling me they're cancelling a protest. Fucking dickheads.
Yeah. I don't think Timo was worse than him because Timo at least could create something. Timo, if he runs at the goal, you know, like at least he can assist, do something.
Yeah, look, Delap couldn't even lace Werner's boots. You know how disgusting that is to even say.
Bro, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Who is worse than Delap? Who people?
That is not prop.
I'm running
that
That's
prop.
the furthest thing from prop.
You know who I hate?
Luka Kremi was better than him. Demba Ba was better than him.
I absolutely hated
But another one couldn't lace his boots.
Luka Kremi is
Morata.
better than Luka Kremi. No, he wasn't better than Luka Kremi. Luka Kremi was good for the game.
Another one couldn't lace his damn
Luka
boots.
Kremi played 10 games and scored like 8 goals for us.
He
All of them from the
couldn't
bench.
even lace Mishi Batshuayi's boots, and he
Exactly. Michi
sucked.
Batshuayi, another one, bro. And he scored 8 goals.
Alvaro
playing, like,
Morata
6
as
games.
well.
Yeah, Morata's better than him as well.
Yeah, Morata, another one.
I don't see the lap scoring the header that Morata scored against
But
United.
you guys are naming.
Oh yeah,
look
we
at the-
saw that when Gusto tried to cross to him at the
But
end of the
look at-
cup final.
think about the
Zing,
guys-
nearly out for a throw-in.
Think about the guys you're mentioning though. Batshuayi, even though his all-round play was horrible, the guy could at least still finish. Torres,
Yeah, he was a good finisher. That's one thing about him.
Torres was
Say
a
what about
great player. His injuries killed him, but he still at least had fundamentals.
Yeah, he was able to change his game and start being a playmaker.
Delap has nothing good about him, barring being a bully. He's a bouncer. at
There
a
is
club,
nothing, bro.
He's a nightclub bouncer. He has nothing good about him.
He's not even a nightclub. The only thing he gets Chelsea is like LGBTQ points, bro. That's all he gives us, bro.
Bro, you know, I realized, I've aged 4 years in this ownership, bro. This ownership has been here for 4 years, and I feel like I'm 10 years older.
Bro, the best attribute about Delap is the fact that he's white. If he was black,
You know what?
given
You know the
nine
only
shirt-
striker.
Hold on.
The
hold
only
on.
go, Prime. Go.
If Delap was black, given the number 9 shirt at Chelsea the season for the price that we paid for him, even though it's not a lot of money, the price that we paid, people would be crucifying him.
Bro.
There would be no excuses.
No.
But because he's English, it's okay, bro. Everyone was on João Pedro's neck in October, and I was the same as well. I was on his neck too. But you know who also I didn't like? Delap. Didn't want him anywhere near this club because I could see he's just not good. I didn't need to watch Ipswich games to tell that he's not good. But I don't know what's wrong with people. Maybe they don't watch football properly. They just look at stats. That's why I say a lot of this fan base, like you guys are just cooks for the ownership.
A lot of these guys, they just want to put faith in the owners.
You guys just thought, we got rid of, listen, all the problems people have with Jackson, at least he has fundamentals. We got rid of him and you guys accepted Liam Delap. You accepted it. You guys accepted Garnacho and tried to give excuses for why he can be good. You accepted it. You guys deserve this. The stuff that we're going through, you guys deserve it because you back Blueco.
Bro, I'll be real. I don't know one person that was happy about that Garnacho signing.
Oh no, there were people. No, there were people that were happy. There are people
I've
that were
never
trying
met
to do,
somebody that was happy
there were
about
people
that.
that were
From
trying
that-
to do copium. People were trying to do
From the
copium
last
to sign him.
window, the only player that is actually a good signing was Joao Pedro, man. That's it.
Huh? Gerard
None of these guys, none of these guys should be here. If
Yeah,
it
but
was up to me,
Gerard
I'd
had to
sell him
not
the
really
next
a
window. bro.
starter, innit? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Gerard had
true.
to
I
not
kind of get
start.
it. Well,
Yeah.
to be fair, he's made a case to start.
But that's fine. What I mean is these guys, like the money could have been better fucking used, bro. I'll be real.
Yeah.
Man. For a lot of
No,
these
it's just
guys, just a waste of
horrible.
money, man. I would take all the money we spend on them and buy a world class striker, bro. That's it.
Give the love the ball more.
But the question is there any money left, bro? I keep thinking about this. I look at how much we've spent every single season and how Bobby Fairview was talking about, oh, there's no money left. There's no money left. I'm starting to
their fault.
believe that, bro.
Yeah, but that's their fault. That's their fault that they have to overpay for every fucking garbage player, like mid player. And I don't, you know, the thing that all the journalists say that we're Chelsea trying to play with elite youngsters. Where is the elite youngsters we're staying, bro? We're signing, bro.
The elite
How many
youngsters
of these guys are elite youngsters, bro? They're just youngsters. They're not elite youngsters, bro.
The elite youngsters are in PSG,
Yeah.
bro. Zaire Emery, Neves, Barcola, Doué, they're all there. Even you can put Kavicha in there because he's under 25 as well.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Where are these elite youngsters, bro? They're just youngsters.
They're at PSG, being managed by a guy that we rejected, and under a sporting director that we didn't want. That's what they have.
Yeah.
It's fucked.
No, but the reason I mentioned that's because the journalist said that's that Chelsea vision. But I don't remember when did they sign elite youngsters. Can't remember the last time that happened, bro. You could argue Palmer, but since I don't know.
No, he was more of a project.
None of them are really elite. None of them are elite. Ganacho's not elite. Gittins, like Dortmund couldn't wait to get rid of him, bro. They just knew that they're gonna overpay for him.
Yeah, bro, 60 million for Gittins, bro. I didn't see him do anything at Dortmund except for that time that he cut in a shot.
Bro, he is literally William with Down syndrome, bro. That's all he is. He's William with Down syndrome. One of the worst wingers I've seen too.
Jesus Christ.
He is prime. You say that. At least William could cross. This guy, what can he do?
No, Kai, you haven't been on Sheehan in a while, bro.
Yeah, I know, man. It's because I try to enjoy my life, man. I've been living good. I've been having a new job.
Kai needs to go back and do his PR training. Okay.
So I've been messaging one of the guys from Not a Project. They've just messaged me about my tweet.
Yeah.
Wait, what was?
Hey, don't
So
do
they
this
said-
to me, Prime. I don't have to say this, bro.
So they basically said like they worked on a joint statement with fan groups to advocate for an in-stadium protest. They worked on it for a while and it went to a board vote, which didn't go their way ultimately. X doesn't represent match-going fans. It's important we lobby fan groups to support our actions, which indirectly they did prior to the United protest. On this occasion, they didn't feel like they could. Given the Alonso news and feedback from match-going fans and not those on X, we felt now was the right time to postpone. It's not weak. It's not bottling it. It's ensuring that what we do gets coverage. All the media will be talking about is Alonso, not us turning our backs on minute 22. But even then, I don't agree that it's the right time to...
No.
Yeah, I kind of see it.
Yeah, I can
because
see where
Alonso's
they're
here.
coming from.
No, what it sounds like is like other fan groups have bottled it over the Xabi Alonso news.
Yep.
And like because all the focus is on Alonso,
What fan groups are they asking? Are they asking the
away. We
Who
now
they
want to
asking?
completely take away from just having any protests. I'm like,
No, that's dumb. But I heard that response. That's dumb. Because
No.
you could also say that about the cup final, and they protested then too. It's dumb, bro.
yeah,
The funniest thing, bro.
we didn't have fan support. That's a great point.
You know what I love about the Chelsea community, though?
It's like we
Everybody
haven't
went
bowled it, but
crazy.
we bowled it.
Everybody went crazy over the manager word. The word manager instead of head coach. Everybody said, "Oh man, Alonso's gonna come and he's gonna be like Mourinho from 14-15, or he's gonna design the players based on positions on the transfer window." Man, people are just. I would have to see it to believe it, man. I'm not gonna believe any.
You know,
any
even when
tweets
Mourinho
or
was coming
something.
in, he didn't have a say over certain things like how much they're
14 or 15. No, 14 or
15.
15. He did have a say, man.
In
14,
terms of how
15.
much their wages are, he didn't have say.
When he first came, yeah, but he basically built that team. That's why that team was the Premier League champions in their second season.
Yeah.
Because he
I
knew
don't know.
exactly who he's
I
going to
don't-
sign.
I just don't. Do you
Big
know?
up,
I
Nudge.
don't understand why. I think you look and say the same thing. Alonso, does he strike you as a yes man? He doesn't, innit?
No.
Areola strikes me as a yes man. You know what I
But
mean?
they could lie to him. They could
Marcus
lie to
Silva.
him to convince him to come
Exactly.
in.
He could be deceived, and that's not his fault, innit? But I think Xabi Alonso is a very smart guy. He's been in and around football at the highest level since the early 2000s. He's managed, he's played under some great managers like Ancelotti, like Mourinho, like Benitez ain't great, like Ancelotti, like Mourinho, like Guardiola. I think he's very aware of how shit works, innit? And I don't think he would dare to sign on the dotted line unless he has been given a lot of, a lot of decision
But
making.
I'll be real. Unless it's written, if I was him, I wouldn't sign this. I wouldn't believe this ownership unless it's written.
And they go against that.
Exactly.
That you can't break a contract. He could sue them probably, bro.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Unless it's written, I wouldn't trust them. The thing is, I've been working with suits for like a long time. I work in a corporation. Yeah, I know how suits work, how these stuff. You could never believe a word they say unless it's signed, bro. Unless it's on paper and there is like legal thing behind and standings behind it, whether it's financial or legal. That's the only way you can trust these people, man. And we've seen that at Chelsea Football Club as well, man.
Here's a great question. You've been with suits and you know how they work and you know their tendencies. You also understand how much of a you see that Xabi Alonso's a very smart guy. Do you think he would have put that in a contract? Do you think he would have put that in writing?
No, I trust Xabi Alonso, but just want to see how much of actually like word does he have at the end of the day, right? He could choose the profiles or whatever, but at the end of the day, it might be down to the players that he wants, right? Because when you look at it, like you could say like fucking any winger is a profile of winger, but then again it goes to the quality, right?
But
So
they could
we'll
also
see.
like these are the same guys that know how to find loopholes in all this transfer.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying.
So even if it is written in his contract, which again, you're right, Alonso's smart, so I'm assuming he would want guarantees. What's to say they can't figure out a way out of it? Like,
yeah, they could undermine him and find a loophole.
Of course, because all this thing about how it's a collaboration and Alonso has input and whatever, brother. There's 5 cooks in the kitchen. So if
but that's what I'm saying. I don't trust them. I don't trust them.
Say you want Barcola, but if the rest of us here we all disagree, why are we signing Barcola? Why should we sign?
That's true. They could take it to a vote. Yeah, when you think about that, and that's not really breaking your contract. No, you have a choice.
Or they might just, or Alonso might want, say, 5 like specific players. What if they only get him 2 of those specific players? So, like, Alonso.
A lot of the time, you're not going to get if you want 5
you have to
players. You're not going
Alonso's,
to
Alonso's great in theory, but I don't see Alonso doing much better than what Maresca just did because I don't see them backing him properly.
Unless they back him properly, that's the only way. Which I'm not convinced.
But that's my point, Ty. They have to back him because Alonso can get us top 4 next year. Alonso can probably win us a domestic next year, but that's all. That's a top 4 and a trophy.
But that's all he could do.
I have something. You were saying some things earlier in the stream that I'm like, why are we? It's like during the stream you have like 8 out of 10 good points, and you pull some abstract bullshit. And I'm just like, why are we saying this again in the stream?
About what?
The first one, there's 2 I want to go against you. First, you're saying you're questioning Alonso's judgment in joining Chelsea. First of all, we've talked about things in writing. Second of all, even if he gets sacked, how's that affecting his career? Maresca's chipped for the fucking Man City job. So how could you question Alonso's judgment? Maresca joined because the rest of the footballing world knows how shit this ownership, this management is, right?
Did I say it affects his career?
No, you said no, but you said you don't trust his judgment. You're questioning his judgment. Why?
I said I personally do think it's a red flag. Yeah, me personally.
Yeah, and that's what I'm questioning you on. Why? Because first of all, because you're saying because you know how toxic this.
But CP, we've had this conversation like 3 times. You disagree with me, that's fine, but you know why. I've explained to you why.
Okay.
We had this conversation on this stream like a week ago or 2. You know why. You know my thoughts.
It's
if you disagree, that's fine. It's cool.
He wins. No, Alonso wins either way. Either this project works for him, or no one's gonna judge him in the footballing world because they know how shit this ownership is if he's not back.
Fine.
Okay, cool. That's fine.
So it's a win-win for him.
Okay. I still have my opinion.
Oh yeah, we went through that one before anyway.
I still have my opinion.
Yeah, I just think it's maybe being a bit undersold on the level of ability Alonso has in terms of how he coaches players.
Hey,
Look at that
man,
Leverkusen
Gaffer,
team. Not all your Gaffer, yeah, you're right on that. Not all them players at Leverkusen were, necessarily top class players. There was obviously a Wirtz and them man, but there was a lot of players that were maybe mid at best. But the way Alonso got out, the talent he got out of that,
Look at Frimpong, what he done with him.
Yeah, exactly.
Like
Grimaldo as well. Like Grimaldo wasn't making noise. Like it's only when he came through, and Jonathan Tah as well. What he done with him?
Nathan Teller, like